What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another lazy out of the basement Sunday stream. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we've got a nice little relaxed stream for you. We're going to be talking about some recent Black Series news. We're going to discuss Batman a little bit later, huh, Justin? Little Batman discussion.
Batman.
I love Batman. I've got a nice little in the wild story to share with everyone related to some recent pickups as well. So
Nice.
it's going to be a pretty fun stream. Thank you so much, everyone who's already here with us. If you are just joining us, we're just getting started. We're about to say hello to everyone in chat. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you are new as well. You know what the deal is. Right. So let's go ahead, jump into the chat here, Justin. First up, let's say what's up to Superfry 401. They were pretty early to the stream. Hopefully they're here again now that it's starting. We've also got Infernal Hippo with us today. Thanks as always for showing up. Masterpiece is here. Hold on.
Nate.
Not gonna cough on stream there. David Newcomb live from Applebee's. What's up, David?
Classic.
Thanks for joining us.
Classic David.
Exactly. Love that Applebee's. And we've got a super chat here from Dill, almost 3 a.m. for me. Catch you guys later.
It's a Singapore dollar.
We appreciate
220 USD. Thank you so much for the channel support there.
Yeah, thank you, Dill. And hopefully you'll catch some sleep and then watch the VOD later.
Yeah.
Get some sleep. That's late. Wayne Duckett is here as well. Hello, Wayne. Good evening.
What's up,
and
Wayne?
It's BRFC. I see. Nice. Little name change there. All right. Well, what's up, Wayne? Chen Razzi's here as well. Resident insane 1/12 Star Wars vehicle diorama maker. Love that, Chen Razzi.
For sure.
We got David Edge in here as well. Alex Martinez is here.
Que pasa?
Jonathan Anderson. Hey there. Finally got Phoenix Sand at Disney Springs earlier. Nice.
I saw that in the Discord. Good pickup. They seem to have I thought I saw a picture of a solid case of Fennec, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that as well. And we've got Mark here as well. What's up, Dwellers? How's it going, Mark? Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate you stopping by. And Dan Marino's here. What's up, Dan? Hopefully you are having a good Sunday so far. Rhino Hobbies, hello. Thank you for making the stream as always. And we got Wookie Sin in here as well. Good old Josh.
Wookie? I have a Lego. I got a Lego today, so stick around, Wookie.
Lego. And Addie is here as well. Good evening to all. Good evening to you, Addie. Hunter Schultz, what's up? How's it going? And Richard Truxell is here. OOTB Crew Strong. That's right. Basement Dwellers, stand up. Hit that like button. We got Bammer in here as well. What's up, Bammer? Thanks for joining us today. And Tim, as always, thanks for stopping by. Sith Vicious, happy Sunday to you as well. Thanks for joining us. Paul Morales is here. Hello, Paul. HoloNet, Nathan Woodward. CT Fulcrum's here as well. Quentin Mims.
Gosh, we got the gang pulling up. We got the gang.
Star Wars Collector, hello. Sean Kleins, what's up? How's it going? Nice to see you here. 90s Nerd Life, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I feel like it's been a minute, but welcome back. Jay Meza, hello. Dan Marino, there will be no Batman spoilers. Don't worry, guys. No Batman spoilers. And that goes for everyone in the chat, too. Keep it clean. Let's keep it clean today.
Yeah.
Fractured Fett, hello. Thanks for stopping by. And Psycho Emerald is here. Hello, everyone. Made it for the beginning. I got a Clone Trooper Lieutenant from Walgreens recently, and I hear other people have been finding them, too. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely.
It's true. It's a restock of the blue Lieutenant. That's the wrong shade of blue.
Yeah. It's the wrong shade of blue.
Still kind of a cool looking figure, though.
I definitely think it's worth owning. Obviously, I mean, it's a Phase 1 Clone Trooper, even though it's on the old clone body. But, you know, if I found a second one out in the wild, I'd probably pick it up. But I haven't gone out to look for it because I honestly hate going to Walgreens more than anything.
True.
Freddie 74. Hey, how's it going, Freddie? And then we've got CT
Virains?
Virains?
Virains? Greetings from Germany. What's up, Germany?
Hey, how's it going? And we got Nerd Alert in here as well. Word up OOTB. And William Owens is here as well. First time live, long time watcher. Well, thanks for joining us, William. We appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
And Michael's stepping in. Bruce Wayne is Batman. Yep. You know, major spoilers there. Major spoilers. But Jason Hauser, how's it going, Jason? Happy Sunday. And then we've got Quilkin. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And
what's up, Darth?
My chat just refreshed. Darth Educator, hello. What's going on, Dan? Josh is saying mentally preparing for the Darth Talon bot to show up. Who knows, though? Who knows? Maybe those bots won't be making an appearance.
Oh, they'll be making an appearance. Hey, Lucy.
Hey, we got Lucy in here. What's up, Juice? Brent Dozerman. How's it going, Brent? Thanks for stopping by today. Aaron Miley's here as well, checking in with my target had 6 Black Series Landos, 1 carbonized Paz Vizsla. That $37 tag hurt to look at.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. I think all of our targets are pretty much stocked to the brim with carbonized figures at this point. I think the one closer to you, Justin, probably has like a huge stockpile, but my target has like 1 to 3 of each.
Yeah, mine is like the pictures you see on Yak Face of like, there's at least, I want to say 50 short troopers there. It's only the short trooper though.
Wow.
Yeah. What's up, Gilster? Looks like his Instagram was hacked, so don't unfollow if you're getting messages from Gilster over there. Sorry to hear about that, dude.
Yeah, that sucks.
Let's see here.
Cosmosius? Let's go back up, though. We got to say what's up to Brian Myers. I don't think we said what's up to Brian Myers.
Oh, there you are. What's up, Brian?
There we go. All right. Let's go back to Cosmosis. Quick question. What is the rarest item in your collection?
Probably Shadow Squadron at this point.
For me, it probably...
Oh, Black Series or just rarest item?
I don't, because if it's rarest item, that's easy. It's not behind me or anything. It's not even Star Wars related, but it's the old NECA cult classics, Michael Myers with the bed sheet over the figure. I have that on card and everything like that. That's probably the rarest figure that I personally own. I actually could go get it. It's not too far away. I'm gonna do it just because it'll be fun to show.
Yeah. What's up, Imondo? Jay Brower, good evening to you as well. Hey, Super Fry's back. Nice to see you back in here. What's up, Marco? Alex Flores, not Obi-Wan. Han Shot first. What's up? Looks like we're actually almost caught up. Freddie?
Nice.
What's up, Freddie? So, yeah, you want to...
Oh, yeah.
Show off a rare figgy.
Here it is. Whoa.
That's such an awesome looking figure, though.
Yeah, I've never brought myself to open it. I mean, I think it just looks perfect on card. So there's really no reason to open it. And it's an old school NECA figure, so you know there's no articulation either. So this just does the trick for me. Original Hot Topic price. It's not focused on it, but I didn't purchase this at a Hot Topic. I purchased this at a used video game store, but originally purchased from a Hot Topic for $16.99.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Those were the days. But that is without a doubt the rarest action figure that I personally own.
Yeah, for me it's probably, I almost want to say Emperor Palpatine on the throne, since that is so expensive on the aftermarket.
Yeah. I would definitely say for you, like
Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow Squadron. I don't know. There might be some other like surprisingly expensive. Look, Cara Dune. Like, I wonder what her value is sitting at these days.
Ooh, we just hit 102 before 11 minutes. So
nice.
Just 11 minutes. We also got David Clank. What's up? Hoping to see the Gaming Greats boss soon. Really want to make a custom Imperial Royal Guard Commando. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Because a bunch of those just popped up in our ports here in the U.S. So we'll definitely talk about that during our newsy news segment. But yeah, I'm back. I wasn't on last week's stream, so I actually have plenty to show off. A surprising amount for your boy.
I'm proud of my brother, Justin. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I got 2 weeks worth.
Dipping them toes into some recent pickups. So do you just want to start out with the news just to kind of get that going? And it's not too much to talk about, but there's a few things to discuss.
Yeah, for sure. We can jump right into the Black Series news. We'll go in order here. This is all coming from yakface.com. Number one spot for anything Black Series, TVC news, Star Wars toy news. So we're going to start. Let's make the banner here. I forgot to make Black Series news. But yeah, because our episode of Figured Out was not a news related episode, so we didn't talk about any of this. I also think this is like just from a couple of days ago too. So we'll jump into the first article here from yakface.com. New pre-orders delayed, now set from next month. And it reads, it sounds like we were supposed to get a slew of TVC and Black Series pre-orders this week. Yesterday specifically, this was posted on March 4th. But now that pre-order event will be pushed to April 7th. It's not like we are short on pre-orders already. That being said, we may still get a couple announcements prior to that. Stay tuned for more. So this is super interesting because like we just had a live event with pre-orders. What's up, Noza, Juss, Fetmatic, and Nathaniel? What's up, guys?
Yeah, we got Nathaniel in here.
Oh, also, and Benny.
Yeah, Benny just showed up. What's up, Benny?
Yo.
Yeah, so I mean,
and Mike. Hey, Mike.
Interesting. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Interesting. Like, I wonder what the reasoning would have been to have more pre-orders go up, or what they're going to be for. Obviously, we don't have any of that information, but yeah, we've just been getting an avalanche of pre-orders and not really a whole lot of figures. Although it seems like Wave 31 is finally hitting pretty well for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think some of it might still be in stock for Hasbro Pulse for everyone. We might have to do a live check here.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and do that.
Little Hasbro Pulse Star Wars checkup.
Migs is still in stock.
Hey, that Snake Eyes set. People really like that
Archive Death set. But Bib
Fortuna. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So I just real quick, I know
this wait. Yavin Ceremony Leia's sold out?
I guess so. Let's
I was gonna say do a little search.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, Jeddah sold out.
Jeddah's Fennec,
of course. Did sell out. Bib is still in stock. Jeddah sold out. Migs, Doctor, and Panda. Obviously, they're going to be in stock because we all wanted more aliens, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dr. Epizin isn't an alien, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Tython Boba sold out. Now I'm really curious. Yavin
Ceremony Leia's just gone.
See here, Leia.
Now you gotta pick the one that's not on vintage card. That's probably the one. That's the vintage card because that's 29.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, well, they were both in stock. So she's still in stock. She's just not popping up. Moral of the story, she's still in stock.
Yeah, and real quick, I took advantage of this. It's up in Sangoon. I took advantage of this, and I ordered Bib and Jeddah Patrol Stormtrooper. I held off on Migs because, I don't know. I just feel like Bib and Jeddah were like my two essentials out of this wave. And I already have Doctor and Panda. Fennec was sold out, so Fennec is another one that I'm still going to be on the hunt for. But I got Bib Fortuna and Jeddah Stormy. I ordered them, and I know first world problems, entitled collector here, but I ordered them on, let's see, February 25th, and they're still not here. And I know for a fact that people in our Discord, also in the United States, made an order on February 25th, and they got their shipments on that following Monday.
Dang.
Or maybe it was a Tuesday, like February 28th or March 1st. All right, that whole week went by. I still don't have mine.
Hasbro knows it's you, bro.
They know it's me.
They're keeping your pre-order back.
Yeah, according to FedEx, it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. No, Tuesday, March 8th. So, like, it's not the most terrible thing in the world, but I at least thought I would have it for recent pickups for this week.
Yeah.
So that's also why I'm kind of a little salty about that. But also, people were getting their shipments like the following week. And then there's me. It's like just two figures. Just two figgies.
Just two.
And you pay for the shipping too.
Right.
No matter how much you buy, you pay for the shipping unless you're a premium member, because that's the literal only perk of it. So
it makes no sense.
That's my little Hasbro Pulse story.
Yeah. Wanted to say what's up to Aaron, AJ, and Mr. B as well for stopping by. Chad Bain. We still got some people showing up here. So if you're just joining us, we're just getting started. No worries here. We're just getting started. Also, hit like. Don't forget to hit like.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, well, it's funny you mentioned that because, of course, I had a pre-order for a Jeddah Patrol Stormtrooper from Dorkside, and I got that.
Yeah, I literally canceled my Dorkside orders, and they shipped the same day, like your Dorkside stuff. So if I would have kept my Dorkside orders, I would have had them by now.
Yep. Well, yeah, because they're also only in Tennessee, so not too far away from us either. Sorry,
Monkey Boy.
On my table.
Monkey Boy Cloth Cat. We're just talking about new pre-order. Apparently, there's more new Black Series reveals to be had soon, and they were slated for March 4th or March 3rd, and they're going to get pushed back to April 7th. And it's just kind of weird because we just had that live stream. Granted, not a lot of stuff showed up on that live stream for Black Series, so. Yeah, HoloNet, like it's in Georgia, but it's like the most northern tip of Georgia. Okay, my Lego replacement parts from Denmark showed up faster than Hasbro Pulse, where fans come first. Okay, I know I'm just a little baby boy entitled collector, but like Denmark,
right?
Like, come on.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, Freddy74 says my figure arts Boba Fett arrived Wednesday, took 3 days by FedEx from Japan. Amazing figure. I will have a figure arts Boba Fett coming my way as well. Once Big Bad gets him and ships him out, I managed to snag a pre-order over there, so pretty excited to get that figure. And we got GamerZone in here with a $10 super chat. Thank you for the channel support, GamerZone. Hi guys, just stopping in to say hi. Keep up the great work, Nate and Justin. Well, thank you, GamerZone. We appreciate that. Hello to you, and hopefully you're having a great Sunday. Thank you for the channel support.
Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, cool, because I want more. Like, I always want more Star Wars. But, you know, this goes hand in hand with the other bit of news, and it's just that, like, we have so many things on pre-order. I forgot what the exact number is, but I'm pretty sure they say somewhere here just how many Black Series pre-orders are still out.
You know what I was thinking of, and I can't remember what they are because I was looking at my Walmart pre-orders because I did get my a couple of my Clone Wars TVC figures from Walmart. But I was scrolling through my pre-orders, and I have 3 Star Wars figures that are still code named on pre-order, and I don't know what they are. Like, I've legitimately completely forgotten what these 3 figures are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been trying to rack my brain for like the past few days. I'm like, what are they? Because it's not the Tartakovsky Clone Wars stuff. I just can't remember for the life of me.
Yeah, J Hood brings up an interesting question. Is there a place to pre-order and they charge you instantly, like same day? I honestly haven't heard of that.
So, some people have said Walmart charges them same day.
But I'm like, no, they don't.
Yeah, Walmart. I don't.
It's a phantom charge.
Yeah, it's the check to see if you have the money in your account, and then it goes away. Yeah, I really don't know in like modern day, because I
Right.
mean, if you do that, like you're just asking for trouble. If the person wants to cancel their order, or if something happens with the item, it's like, I think on
Oh, Nerdzoic?
it. Oh, Nerdzoic charges same day of pre-order.
See,
Damn.
I want. Can we get a few more people to confirm that? Because
Yeah.
no offense to Psycho Emerald, I'm sure you're a reliable source. I would like more than one person to confirm that.
Yeah. Freddy74 says Dorkside charges me right away. I know if you use PayPal on any website for like pre-ordering, you'll get charged right away. But like Dorkside, I use my debit or credit card, and it doesn't charge me until the item ships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard some people say that Amazon does. No way do they. Big Bad doesn't. Dorkside, like if you're just using a credit or a debit card, no, like I literally can't think of any place that charges you up front for pre-order.
Yeah, Freddy74 says I do use PayPal. Yeah, Freddie, that's why. If you use PayPal, they charge you up front. But if you use a debit or credit card, they won't charge you till it ships.
Which honestly, even though we are like back ordered and we have tons of pre-orders, I saw Sean. I thought I saw your comment up here where he said he still has like 17, and it's like I know people with more than that still on pre-order. So it's like it's starting to become a double-edged sword of like one day I'm randomly just gonna max out my credit card because everything's gonna drop at the same time.
Right.
But like it's like if you pay for it all up front, I don't like that either. I don't
yes.
like that either.
Thank you, Tim. That's what it is. Tim.
What?
Tim came in. Walmart TVC figures are still code names. That's what it was.
Okay.
Those TVC deluxe sets. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Someone's having a little too much fun over at Justin's house today.
Yeah, they're playing fetch with the dogs over there.
I see.
I'm hearing a little too much fun going on outside the store.
Yeah, there was a little bit of fun. It's a nice day. Why isn't the fetch going on outside? It's a wonderful high 60s out there. Feels good.
Sith Vicious, Dorkside charges you as they come in, so you can't remove them from the order and hold for the other pre-order items. Kind of locks you in. I canceled my stuff while keeping the same order. Like if there's multiple items in an order and you want to cancel some of them, is that what you're saying? Because I've done that.
Yeah, I've done that too. I'm not sure though.
Because I did that with my whole Wave 31 order. Now the only figure I have on Dorkside on pre-order is Fennec.
Yeah, and that was same for me. I had my on the same order. I had the whole case, and then I also had the one Jetta Patrol Stormtrooper. What's up, Todd? Nice to see you there.
Yeah, Mike brings up a great point because you can pretty much pre-order from everywhere since nobody charges you early, and then cancel whatever or keep whatever comes first and cancel the rest.
Yeah. I do that for certain items that I'm like really, really looking forward to. Like I have the Halloween 2-pack pre-ordered from like every toy website under the sun.
Yeah.
None of them have shipped it, of course, but
for the I guess I never really thought about this, but some people use like debit instead of credit. That kind of blows my mind for like a pre-order. Like I know the 1313 boys, they've all said like they use a debit card to make pre-orders. That would just like terrify me. Like I feel like I would just end up overdrafting my account because all of these pre-orders are going to end up dropping at one time.
I use my debit card for the most part.
You're like that. I don't know why. That's just like insane to me. Like I think a credit card is better because it shows up when it shows up, and then it gives you a little more time to like prepare and budget things out to like pay off the credit card charge.
Right. I get that aspect. I just,
when I buy figs in person, I always use debit though.
Yeah, right. Of course.
But yeah, more Black Series reveals are coming April 7th, as well as TVC here. So get ready for more, even though we have so many things on pre-order right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what do we have? All right, I guess we'll just go in order. So we also have Black Series gaming greats arriving at GameStop warehouses. Shipping records indicate that 3 Black Series gaming greats figures, Knight Brother Warrior, Jet Trooper, and Republic Commando, have arrived at the GameStop distribution center. Look for them to start shipping and arriving at stores soon. This includes the Knight Brother, 501st Jet Trooper, and Boss.
Nice.
So, I did get the email for this one where it was like, don't miss out. Like, make sure your card information is correct.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got one for this, though. I have not got a Boss email.
Yeah,
and then I didn't even pre-order the Knight Brothers.
I only got an email for the Knight Brother and for the Jet Trooper, which I'm live looking at my GameStop pre-orders. 8 days to go, it says, for the Jet Trooper and the Knight Brother.
Mm-hmm.
So should be shipping here soon. Still says 23 days to go for Boss on my pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. But I just feel like we've been, specifically here in the States, we have been waiting such a long time for these dang figures. They've come out everywhere else.
Especially Knight Brother and 501st. I know they also have Boss, but I feel like they've had these two for the longest time, like UK and Canada.
Yep.
Specifically, Knight Brother's peg warming in Canada. Infernal Hippos always sending those pictures, like making us all jealous.
Right. I can't wait.
GameStops.
Can't wait to finally have these figures in hand, though. They're going to be so much fun. What's up, Bounty Killer Customs? Thanks for joining the stream today. But yeah, it's great that here in the States, we're finally going to be getting these figures. It just feels like it's been a long time coming, and there's been a roller coaster of emotions, specifically with the Knight Brother as well. So it's like, I'm happy to finally get these figures, finally get them in hand, be able to get those reviews out. And Jay Hood coming in with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the channel support. Jay says, just wanted to say that I got my first NECA Jungle Predator and I'm enjoying it. Thanks, guys. Excellent pickup.
Great figure.
You can never go wrong with the Jungle Hunter Predator, the City Hunter Predator. Both excellent figures. Just got to be a little gentle with your NECA. Just be a little gentle. That's all it takes.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for the channel support. And the NECA Predators are so dope. I only have the Jungle Hunter because I love the original Predator, but I know how dope those figures are.
Yeah, I have quite a few, but as you know, the NECA Predators were something that were on my action figure chopping block. So with the recent price increase of all action figures across the board, NECA Predator is a line that I am discontinuing myself from. So no more NECA Predators for me. I can't justify the $42.
Yeah, because again, it's not just Hasbro raising their prices.
Yep.
I know there are toy lines that have not raised their prices yet, but in my opinion, it's only a matter of time.
Yep.
And I've been seeing that deluxe boba showing up in other countries, and
which it is confirmed the outfit is black underneath, so that's good.
It is confirmed. I'm surprised there's not any article about that, but the photo does look better than the Hasbro promotional ones because we've talked about this before, but like they just blast that saturation up, you know, in whatever program that they're using or whatever they're doing to their photos. They are blasting that saturation, making their colors just look super juicy and unrealistic. So, I'm going to keep my pre-order now. Now that I've seen the out-of-hand images of that Morak or throne room boba, I'm definitely going to keep the pre-order.
I'm glad you're keeping your pre-order though, because I canceled my pre-order because I got that sweet SH figure arts coming.
Yeah.
But
I know not McFarlane. I
yeah,
still think it's only a matter of time.
right. Not yet. Now
Not
Todd
yet.
Well, Todd does do some slick things that I know keeps the price down. Like, you know, a lot of the alternate head stuff that he does, where like you have to buy one Batman figure with the cowl on, then you have to buy the same Batman figure if you want the unmasked version. Like, that's a way that he's making money and able to keep the cost down because minimum, you know, reuse. It's just a new head and they still use the same body. So I think he does a lot of things to keep prices down, but you know, the build-a-figure pieces are, you know, those are $25 figures, the ones that come with build-a-figure pieces.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say I think that's commonly not like included in the conversation is the Build-A-Figure waves are $25 a piece.
Yep, they are $25 unless you buy them directly from McFarlane, because he just does like the most insane detail, like sales on his website. Like a lot of them, if you buy like a full wave, you'll get a free figure. So if you buy straight from McFarlane, like he does some crazy deals. But yeah, it is nice while we're here right now to get those standard figures for $19.99, just because they're so big, they're nicely detailed. You do get, you know, at least one or two accessories with each figure. So
we love McFarlane around here. Spoilers.
Yeah, I do. I'm a diehard. I've ever since Todd got the DC Multiverse line, I was so happy because Mattel did such a horrible job in the last like 5 or so years that they had the license. It was time for someone to take over. So I, as like a diehard DC fan, I was ready for some decent figures because DC has just had a rough time. With
and real quick, Benny, that is true. NECA Ultimates have gone up to
well, specifically Predators are $42. I think everything else is like $38.
Yeah. So gone are the days of like, I remember buying the Jason Ultimates for like $26.
Yep.
Like, oh gosh. So like Hasbro, they bump it up a few dollars, but NECA is going like, they're going like $10, $12 increase, like a hike at once, which I still love NECA, and I still will buy NECA figures of the super desirable stuff that I find, which only ends up being like 1 or 2 releases a year just because that's how I am. But yeah, that is true. NECA is going up.
Oh yeah, going up big time. So yeah, gotta cool it a little bit on NECA as far as that goes. But yeah.
And my figure culture, that I almost didn't believe that at first. But I guess, you know, this recent example of every Walmart I've been to having the shipper for the Batman film and just having tons of figures in there. I can definitely see it.
That's the thing is McFarlane has distribution down to a science. I have not struggled to pretty much get any McFarlane figure. They're usually pretty easy to find, readily available. Even like yesterday, I walked into my local Target, and even after the Batman's been out for a few days, there was a Pat Bat and a Riddler just sitting on the shelf. And that just shows you that they're keeping their figures stocked. Their shipments are continuing to come to these stores. And you know, it's a Batman heavy line. Batman sells like hotcakes, no matter what. Old mom and dad walking into the store to buy a toy for little Johnny or whoever, you know, they see a Batman. They're like, oh, well, it's Batman.
Yeah. And they do. And that's true. Like there have been figures in there where it's like, I don't instantly know where it's from, but I'm like, this looks like an animated series like this could just work as like animated series Batman, or like, you know what I mean? It just a general look of Batman. I think they do a really good job of just making desirable things like that.
Yep.
But our last bit, also, what's up, White Shadow? But our last bit of actual Black Series news, Again, yakface.com. Thousands of Black Series and TVC products arrive in the US. And we actually have some specific shipping data about this. So we Wave 31, cases of Wave 31, cases of Wave 32, which is awesome. Hopefully,
by solids, do they mean solid character cases, or do they just mean a full case of 8?
I think they mean just a full case.
Because Wave 32 doesn't have all of the figures listed. So like when it says Wave 32 solids, does that mean a case of 8 Ahsoka, 8 Deathwatch Mando, 8 Omega, 8 the client?
I hope that's not the case, because the case assortment that they had is like genius for once.
Yeah. I mean, it is great, but I wouldn't say no to full case packs of at least Ahsoka and Deathwatch Mando. You know those figures are going to fly.
Yeah, but Omega and the client, full cases of those, like no.
Well, like those might be for like like your Dork Side Toys or your Big Bad Toy Store to like fulfill the single pre-orders. Like maybe not necessarily something for what's up, Mark? Maybe not necessarily something for like an in-store brick and mortar case assortment. But yeah. I mean, either way, Wave 31, more and more coming every single day. Wave 32, like we said, we called it, Justin, but Wave 32, there was no way we were going to be waiting until January. So I'm fully expecting some people are going to be getting Wave 32 cases sooner than later. Dorkside, think of me. Think of me when you get that Wave 32 case.
Yeah. And yeah, you're absolutely right. We can't forget that Wave 32 was slated for 2023, and it's already arrived here in the US. So yeah, like we said, placeholder, cushion. We knew from the very beginning, like there's no way we're going to get one wave. The way they presented it, it made it seem like we're getting absolutely nothing in 2022, and we knew that would not be the case.
Yeah. Also, fan channel exclusive figures, Baze Malbus, Cassian Andor. Plenty of people have been getting those figures anyway, especially like GameStop, I know, has had both of those in stock.
And I
got my Baze from Dorkside. A really interesting thing, and I hope a lot of people have been paying attention recently, but the Walmart exclusive Imperial Clone Shock Trooper has gotten a restock multiple times this week on Walmart's website. So if you have been looking for that figure or you want to grab another one, I know it's been in stock a few times, and I've actually looked at it, saw it was in stock, and so I'm just checking right now to see if it still is in stock. And it is. So it is literally sitting in stock right now, $26.48 on Walmart's website now. Great figure. If you want multiples, now's your chance. Walmart.com. It is literally sitting in stock. So go. If you haven't got the exclusive Imperial Clone Shock Trooper. Great figure. Yeah. Great figure. I honestly think I'm tempted to get 2 more and just pop those pauldrons off.
Yeah. Oni TV, there's just, in today's day and age, there's no way we can give you an ETA. Considering Canada has been getting a lot of stuff before the US.
Right.
So
it's really hard to say. It's really hard to say.
David, I want to say no. I don't think they were ever stocked in physical stores in the first place, if I'm being honest.
I never saw them.
So. Or no. Well, that could have been a swap, because remember that Walmart that has the serial swapper, they put that in an Imperial Crosshair box. So does that mean that Walmart got an Imperial Crosshair box, or is that just some weird swap? I don't know when it comes to that guy or gal. I don't know what their logic is. So
Justin, I put the link for the Clone Shock Trooper in the private chat if you want to copy it and throw it into the chat for everyone. Sure. Just in case. I like helping people out.
We need a fact check. There we go.
Yeah, I like helping people out. So
I think is Admiral Rampart too?
Yeah, I believe he is also in stock as well at this moment.
which I was going to do it, but it came out to it was like $30 something, and I just couldn't do it.
So just buy yourself a Rampart, get yourself another clone shock trooper, and you'll get that free shipping. Boom.
But I already have 2 clone shock troopers.
You're saying you don't want a third? Then you'll have 4 total because
Maybe
you have the Order 66.
If it had the black line, maybe I'd buy another one, Hasbro. If it had the black line, maybe I'd buy another one.
No, but that is awesome though that the figure is sitting in stock right now.
Yeah, and you can easily remove the pauldron to just have a regular shock trooper. That's also like super cool.
But yeah, so if you
deluxe. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say if you missed out, now's your chance.
Yeah. Also, deluxe Boba throne room, even the newer archive stuff.
Yep.
With the exception of 3PO.
Amazon exclusive Bad Batch 4-pack. Please, we need a restock on that. That was some serious bull crap when that pre-order went up.
Right. Yeah, so moral of the story here, looks like we're actually going to be getting stuff here pretty soon if it's already arriving in the US. Hopefully pre-order dates will update maybe, and maybe we'll even end up finding some of the stuff in store, in a more common way than what it is right now.
Right. And hey, Freddy74 says the Maldo Crease TVC Mando is also in stock on Walmart. Ooh. So that's a Walmart exclusive as well. So I actually might want to go through.
Yeah, it's the clone troopers, right? It's like Hauser and
it's the clone trooper 4-pack. It's Hauser, Elite Squad Trooper, Rex, and something else, but that was literally a blink and you miss it pre-order and never went back up, anything like that. And all they ever said was more stock is coming. So we never even got like a chance to pre-order it again. So maybe it'll come in stock. I would like it because that's a cool set of troopers. Even though as far as I understand, they're all just repacks, nothing new, just simple repaints. But I still want them. So
yeah, we'll talk about that too, Alex.
Yep.
I guess it's time. It's time for recent pickups.
I've got 3 of the Walmart figures. So Justin, you have a lot of stuff. Do you want to go first, brother?
Sure.
Or maybe do you want to do a little alternating back and forth or something? I don't know.
We could. The first thing I'm going to talk about, which, quick side note, we do have 171 people in here. Thanks so much, guys. We're at 81 likes, though, so we can boost up those likes to over 100. Easy.
Hit like, hit subscribe, ring that bell. We also have a channel membership, 99 cents a month. There's a link in the description. If you're feeling froggy and you want to become a member of the Basement Dweller Army and get some cool emojis, chat, if you will, please, a little emoji spam.
Yeah. So Wookie Sin is in here. This one's for you, my friend. So you guys know the tragedy of the Final Duel set, the Lego set that Lucy, my girlfriend, got me for Christmas. It was sealed. Even the bags appeared to be sealed, but it was tampered with. Someone busted it open and stole bag number 5. They stole all the minifigures, and then they just stole random ass like a lot of random pieces throughout the set. Well, I talked to Lego customer service. Great. Highly recommend Lego customer service. Some of the best customer service that I've ever dealt with in my entire life, if I'm being honest. They were completely understanding. They didn't ask for proof of purchase. They didn't ask for photographic evidence or anything like that. So totally props to them. But yeah, they sent me bag number 5 and all the minifigures. Then they said, compile the list of parts that you're missing, send us it, and we'll send you another one. So I did that first package. Then I did the second package. Then I forgot to include the sticker set. So I got a third package. And then when I went to go build it, there were still 2 pieces missing. So I got a 4th. So it's just been a long time coming on this damn set. But I finally, in entirety, 100% complete set, Final
That's
duel.
epic.
And it's kind of hard because there's no like base to hold it by, but the stuff clips out, folds open, and then this like extends for like a little walkway.
That's amazing.
And yeah, the Luke, Vader, Emperor, Royal Guards, and like the doors open like this. Super cool.
Wow. Yeah.
And yeah, shipping from Denmark, super fast. I'm a little surprised they were so like trustworthy, because you would think that people would abuse like a replace a brick sort of system.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, they believed me every time I talked to them. They believed me, and they were super understanding, and it was just all around fantastic customer service.
Nice.
Because, so yeah, finally completed that set. Now I just have the cantina. And now that, Boba Fett's throne room is out, I'm like, do I get that to go with the cantina? It's like build out the Tatooine.
Yes.
So I actually plan on going to Costco today because they randomly have that set for $20 off. Apparently that's the thing with Lego. Costco gets like sets and then put them at a discount. So if they have one for $20 off, I'll definitely pick it up. But yeah, took me a long time just because waiting for all of those separate packages, but I finally did it. And yeah, you're right. I mean, it's pennies. It's pennies. So yeah, that's my Lego find. I'm trying to go in order here. So the stream, not last week, but the week before, you would know that I picked this up. I'm not like a car collector, not a big car guy, but I love the movie Drive. It's one of my favorite entry-level art house films. Love my boy Ryan Gosling. I just love the background of the city and the Scorpion logo, pink text and everything. And I said in that stream, I wonder if they did the driver's car. And then we went and Lucy found this.
Nice.
The driver's car. So now I want to get the Drive poster framed and hang these up with it. Because I love that film. So that's great. And then we'll do, let's see. I showed this off. This is a Crown Point Toys and Collectibles pickup, but now it's out of box. So if anyone was curious about the paint.
Oh, yes.
Jurassic Park 3 Amber Collection Raptor.
Tight.
It's epic. I love the paint on that.
Can't wait to get mine.
Yeah.
Are the feathers on top like soft? Are they kind of?
Yeah, they're
okay.
They're not super soft, but they're not gonna like break. They're not. Yeah, they're not gonna break off or anything.
Mike coming in with a classic, Alan.
Exactly.
Jurassic Park 3 is low key great.
I think it's a fun monster movie.
It is. It is.
Obviously, I know it's silly, but the amount of practical stuff that they used, like the Spinosaurus puppet, the Velociraptors, like when they have shots of the practical ones of these with the feathers, that's like some of the best visual Jurassic Park puppetry is in Jurassic Park 3. And it's a big criticism I have with Jurassic World and the second one is that they're all just CG blobs. I'm like, give me something real. Give me something real, damn it. But I'm glad to have some of the Amber collection before, it is canceled. So I'm happy to have some Jurassic Park representation. So do you want to do a few?
Sure, yeah. I could rifle off a couple. Of course, like I said earlier, I got my dork side Jet Patrol Stormtrooper. This is number 2 for me. So, I got to have 2 troopers. So I had this one on pre-order for a minute, and helmet looks pretty damn good. I would say my other trooper might look a little bit better, but this one still looks really nice. And it's just a great trooper. 2020 Stormtrooper, you get a backpack, you get a pauldron. Like, what's there to go wrong? What's there to go wrong? What's up, Salacious? Salacious wears the Scorpion jacket.
Dude, I want the Scorpion jacket so bad. I know Benny was talking about that earlier. I would love the Scorpion jacket.
So I got to take my headphones off. Let me get my Clone Wars figures here. I'll show them up close.
Oh, some Clone Wars figgies, huh? Chen Razzie coming in with the super chat, $13.99 Canadian. Speaking of Legos, have you guys watched Toys That Made Us on Netflix? Was fascinated by Kenner, Lego, and all the toy companies' history. I have heard of that, and I've been tempted to watch it, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. I don't know if Nate has. I'm gonna guess no, though. Have you seen this? The documentary on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us?
I watched a few episodes of it.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Not too many though, and that was when it was only like one season. So I haven't watched any yet. But thank you, Chen, for the channel support.
Yeah, thanks.
So I've got 3 of 4 of my Tartakovsky Clone Wars figures. I couldn't get the ARC Troopers, so if anyone has some spare ARC Troopers out there, you want to hit me up on Instagram or something, or Discord. I'm looking to get the red and blue ARC Troopers. But I got 3. I still don't have Luminara, which I'm getting a little sketched out about because I've seen people getting their orders canceled. But so I got all 3. My fears began when I got the shipping notification from Walmart of these 3 shipping, and I saw they all had different tracking numbers, and I was like, "Oh no, not again!"
You're George Lucas all of a sudden.
Yeah. So Ayla Sakura showed up in a bubble mailer, which I actually got really lucky. I want to say I've seen some horrifying, condition of these. So she actually showed up in a bubble mailer. Not too bad. A little bent, but amazing looking figure. The photoreal on these, of course, it's not going to focus, but man, I want to get another. If they go into stock again, I'm gonna pick up another one of each of the Jedi because I want to open them. So then I got Battle Droid here, and the Battle Droid showed up in a box with no bubbles in it, nothing like that. Not too bad either, though. Little creased, but really not bad. Like I said, I got super lucky. And I also got Barris, and Barris showed up in a box with bubbles. So I got 3 different ways of how they ship these figures, and obviously she is the most minty, but still slightly bent. But these figures absolutely look incredible. Barris looks amazing. Ayla looks amazing as well. The photoreal on them is fantastic. So here's a little back shot of Barris. And of course, they have the Tartakovsky artwork on the side, which I am an absolute sucker for. I love the Tartakovsky Clone Wars. That was my jam growing up. And these figures just look fantastic. So really happy to have these ones so far. And like I said, I'm hoping to find some doubles because I want to open Barris and I want to open Ayla because they look so damn good. So yeah, let's hope I get my Luminara, and then if someone out there has some spare ARC Troopers, hit me up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got the Fordo and the ARC, and they're awesome. Yeah, they look surprisingly, well, not really surprised with TVC anymore. They just look awesome. Captain Taggart says, "Hey guys, a new Black Series helmet is up for pre-order on Amazon. Want me to post a link?" Sure, I'll check it out.
Yeah, we'll check that out. But yeah, so of course it's another mostly shipping disaster from Walmart, though. People's TVC Clone Wars figures have shown up and they have just been completely decimated. And I know that they said, we're going to go back to the old TVC card stock that's a little bit thicker, but like, it's just getting to the point where it's like, Hasbro, you got to do something. You got to say something to Walmart somehow, some way, that if they want exclusive figures, they can't ship them out in a bubble mailer. That's completely unacceptable.
Right.
And some people got all 3 figures in bubble mailers. Some people, got boxes. I know David Wolfstalker actually got his order was incorrect, and he got 2 Aylas instead of getting an Ayla and a Luminara. So yeah, I just feel like we're at a point here where like Hasbro, you gotta say something to Walmart. There's got to be some way that they can communicate to them to say like, hey, if you're gonna have exclusive items, like you have to ship them out. Like this is a standard. You have to put it in a box with bubbles. But
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's, you know, I don't collect TVC, but it pains me because I know like if I was a big TVC fan, that would just really rub me the wrong way. I mean, there's no, because you would think they would put it all of the. It's like they did it all separately too, just so they can put it in bubble mailers. Like that's ridiculous. Like they caught on to you. They're like, we know what you're trying to do. We know you're just trying to get it in a box.
Yep. and you know, Justin, because you've held my TVC figures, you know the card back is flimsy. If you look at it wrong, a TVC card back will bend.
Yeah.
So it's embarrassing, and it really sucks that these are, you know, collector items that are targeted at collectors. Children are not pre-ordering Tartakovsky Clone Wars vintage collection figures on Walmart.com. Neither is mom and dad for Lil Johnny. That's just not something that's happening. So it's like, you know, these are going to adults. Like, you know, they're collectible items. Like, why don't you just, you know, care a little bit more, I guess?
Yeah. Because it's more expensive to ship a box. That's literally the only reason. Bottom line.
But it's like every collector out there would pay more. I would pay more if I was guaranteed a box and bubble wrap. So, yeah. But yeah, and then that's the other thing too, is a lot of exclusives are retro card back figures too. So it's like of course, it can't be a figure in a box. It's got to be a retro card back figure.
Yeah. 190 people in here, almost 200. Let's go.
Hey, share the stream with your friends.
We do have a lot of spam in the chat today.
Let's get to 200 viewers though.
Yeah.
Share the stream. Share the stream with your friends. Let's get 200 in here and hit like. And don't forget to subscribe. I saw a few people say they weren't subscribed and then they did subscribe. So double check.
Toys.
Double check.
We like Black Series. We like toys.
Yeah,
the streams, we branch off from Black Series and we talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but mainly our videos are Black Series related.
You know, Alex Martinez, it's funny. They say maybe disgruntled employees taking it out on products. What's funny about that is I saw someone post a picture of their Barris and it straight up had a footprint on the card.
To be fair,
I mean,
I think some of that stuff on Twitter is fake.
Oh yeah.
I think some people are purposely like mangling it.
No, I definitely think
likes.
that to a certain degree, but I just thought it was funny. And like, would I be shocked if it was real? Like that someone got a vintage card back figure with a footprint on it. But no, you're right though. You're right. A lot of that stuff could definitely be
Guys, thank you, Fig. We're getting we're getting spam here, but thank you, Fig, for being our mod. We almost have 200 viewers. That's why. Which I like it. It's just there's a lot of odd spam in here.
So Josh is asking an interesting question. I saw they asked this a while back too as well. With how difficult it is to secure a pre-order, I can read. Would you be willing to pay more for figures to become made to order? I mean, I guess it depends on the character selection. Like if it was, you know, super deep cut characters, only way to get them would be like a made to order thing. But yeah, I mean, I would pretty much like if it was made to order.
Pre-orders really that hard to secure though?
I would think mainly he's talking about exclusives. Like instead of the exclusive pre-order, maybe it's just a made to order item. I would love something like that, especially for exclusives, just because,
especially for like something like Amazon, because they don't have like a real store that you go to,
right?
Like,
so Yeah,
I can
so
understand like Walmart and Target, like they want figures on the pegs for people who walk by, but then they never put figures on the pegs anyway. So unless it's carbonized, then we stock it. Then it's the most stocked thing in history. But yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely
exactly.
interesting. I just don't know how that would work from
Right.
like a business model, because I feel like the suits would be like, no, we need the product in store too. But then the product never gets in store.
Right. They get a case of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's up, Andinga?
hey, what's up, Andinga? And DSM Panda, thank you. They said, shout out to Out of the Basement. I joined the Discord community a couple days ago, made some friends, and already has some hard to find figures on the way at really fair prices. Happy to be a part of this fam. Well, thank you, DSM Panda. We're happy to have you. And of course, if anyone is interested, the Discord link is in the description. And we do have a nice little community over there. And there's a lot of good deals to be had there on the Discord. So check it out. Check it out if you want to get a little bit deeper into the community, I guess I should say.
Mm-hmm. Collecting Star Wars, that's not 100% true though, because we were talking about earlier, like solid cases of Wave 32 have showed up in the US, like ports. So I think it's kind of confirming that these 2023 release dates, I don't think we're going to be waiting until 2023 to get like Wave 32, for example.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I get what they're saying though, because
and I want. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we are pre-ordering them so far out, so like, but I feel like if they were made to order, then the pre-order window would be a lot longer, because Mythic Legions kind of does make to order pre-ordering, where they have an open pre-order. So however many pre-orders are made, that's how many figures they'll make of whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And like, for instance, I've been waiting on a few Mythic Legions pre-orders for a little over a year. And that's from pre-order, and then they got to make it, and then they got to ship it to you. So it would take a lot longer to get our figures if we did go made to order.
Yeah. I would. What about like troopers though? Because I will pre-order like one trooper, but then if I see more troopers in store, I'm like, ooh, since I'm here and in store and I can buy it now, I will start to like army build depending on what it is. So like, yeah, I don't know. I want my troopers in store. It's like the 501st. Like I don't think I would have pre-ordered like 4 501st Archive. I just pre-ordered my one, and then I ended up finding like 2 or 3 in store. And I'm like, since I'm here, I'll buy them.
Right.
Okay, who wants to be? I need another moderator in here. Who wants to be a mod? I will literally add you as a mod right now, so you can help me. There's a little too much going on here.
We're getting spammed to hell and back today. I guess it just
put in your application. I'll add you right now.
I guess it just must mean we're that popular.
Yeah, we finally hit that level.
Well, do you want to get back on the recent pickups train? And you want to
White Shadow? Yeah, no offense. I have to recognize your name to trust you, but White Mango Fett.
Yeah, do White Shadow.
Welcome to the army. Welcome to the army.
White Shadow Mango Fett.
All right. Yeah, all this like Putin stuff, just delete, or if it gives you the ability to block them as well.
Yep.
But yeah. What are we talking about? Too much stuff going on at once.
No, so we're doing recent pickups here. So I rifled off my couple. So do you want to rifle off a few more? Because everything else,
for sure.
The rest of my recent pickups are all going to relate to my action figure hunting story that I need to tell.
All right, for sure. Okay, Jonathan Anderson, Fernal Hippo, which you were a mod before, but I had to take it away because you were like butt dialing and getting rid of people.
Oh yeah, that's right.
White Shadow and Mango Fett. All right, yeah, that'll suffice. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'll go. I will go. Let's go back to recent.
Hey, and Riley Cross just showed up.
Hey, what's up, Riley?
Hey, Riley, how's it going?
Can you make it so only subscribers can comment? I can do that, actually. That might be a good idea for next week.
Yeah,
that might actually be a better
perhaps.
idea.
But if we get new people to the stream, how are they going to be able to
it's
comment?
like I want, some
Right.
people, it's their first time discovering us is a live stream.
Yep.
But yeah, this isn't. I've showed this off before, but I did modify it to make it accurate. I fixed my Robert Pattinson Batman.
Which,
So-
by the way, everyone, we will talk about the Batman later in the stream.
Yeah. So
we
this
have
piece,
seen it.
This middle torso piece, there's a factory issue, and it was flipped upside down. So a lot of the figures that I've seen in the wild have this issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I heated this up with a hairdryer. I took the entire figure apart because the legs, it's like the peg where it has, and then it's like a dumbbell, like for both of the legs. So the legs came off, and the arms popped off. The entire thing was messed up. But I finally got it. I flipped it, so now it looks perfect. So yeah, love me some Batman. Then we saw the film. And as I predicted and Nate predicted, I went out and got some more DC McFarlane. So I did pick up the Riddler.
Nice.
Here's the box.
Nice.
Love the McFarlane boxes. It's just a nice little change of pace when I'm at the store. Friday, so I saw it Thursday night, and then Friday after work, I was like, I'm going to go to Target and see if they have it. And it's just such a refreshing experience to go into a store and find something that you're looking for. I know that sounds crazy, but as an action figure collector, mainly collecting the Black Series, it's a nice, refreshing experience to just walk into a store and pick it up. And he comes with his little like gardening tool shovel thing that he uses.
It's actually, I don't want to say what it is because that might be a little bit of a spoiler.
Yeah, true.
It's a tool,
a blunt weapon, perhaps.
Yeah, I was actually surprised by what it was later in the movie, but it relates to something in the movie. So saying what it is might actually be a little spoilery.
But yeah, I love the figure. I really liked the character, in the film. I mean,
he was awesome.
This isn't a spoiler, but it's kind of a homage to Zodiac,
right?
Which is one of my favorite, probably my favorite David Fincher film. So yeah, I picked up Riddler. Oh, I went out of order. So when I was sick last week, I don't know if I had the flu or a cold or whatever. I'm better now, but my girlfriend came home from work with this.
Nice.
Last week.
The Bat Cycle, which once you've seen the movie, you're like, huh.
He doesn't use it that much.
No, not a lot of screen time for the Bat Cycle, but still badass.
So sick. My favorite detail is easily the exhaust, where it's like it's black, but then it kind of becomes the bronze-ish color, and then more like silver chrome at the end. He can sit on it. There's a stand, and there's a little bit of articulation.
Also, includes the alt gripping hand. So
it does include an alternate hand.
Double grip the bike.
Yeah, I personally elected to just have Batman standing next to it, looking cool. I don't want to pose him on it, but it's just a nice little thing to flesh out.
Hey mods, let's get some work in the chat here.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on here? It's a disaster. I'm crumbling.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm so sad. Anyway, so I got the Bat Cycle and I got Riddler. Trying to think and then I went to Walmart, and this is a surprise to Nate as well. I didn't tell Nate about this. But I got Catwoman.
Oh,
I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm going McFarlane crazy.
Sick.
Yeah, so I got, the masked version, since I think, the unfortunate thing here is DC McFarlane multiverse. Their human faces are a little iffy. We're spoiled by photoreal that Hasbro gives us.
Yeah, it's not quite Halo Spartan collection bad, but
Oh yeah,
it's yeah, their human faces are pretty weak.
yeah. So far, all my figures are masked. I have seen the penguin in the wild, but again, I'm just a little iffy on penguin. So might be making some sacrifices to the toy gods. I'm at least just gonna slit the tape for now.
Ooh, slitting the tape.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz, I think that's how you pronounce her last name.
Uh-huh.
I really liked her and her take on the character. I loved the film, obviously. That's why I went out and bought some extra figures from the line.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I really, 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 really want the Batman and Joker from Arkham Asylum. And I feel like that's going to be my new mission, which won't be I'll probably pick them up on my next paycheck, because seeing the Batman just really re-sparked. Because like when it comes to my love for Batman, it comes in like phases.
Right.
I'll go a little soft for a year, and then I'll go really hard for another year. Like, because I first played Arkham Asylum and Arkham City during like our state's lockdown in 2020 for the pandemic, and I played those games for the first time, and particularly Asylum has just become like one of my favorite video games of all time. Yep. So now that I know like DC McFarlane made, and I was like looking at them, I'm like, they look epic. Joker actually comes with a gun.
Yep.
I'm like
one of the early figures that came with a gun before the ban. Jonathan Anderson was asking though, the Catwoman figure is inaccurate. It is, because she's got the whole balaclava piece. So it's still fine. I think it still looks good.
Yeah, I still think it looks good.
And yeah, Justin, that's Jonathan Anderson also brings up a great point. Did you see the Killer Croc figure from Arkham Asylum?
I did, and I want that as well. But obviously, I need to secure Batman and Joker before
you go Killer Croc. But Killer Croc, it'll be easy to get, because that's the great thing about McFarlane Toys is you can just buy them. You don't even have to pre-order them. You could just buy them.
Exactly. But no, I saw that, and I want that as well.
Yeah, Todd actually said they sent like the video game model over to him, so they were very, very easily able to just make that figure like super accurate, and it looks amazing. It looks incredible.
Yeah, not quite a rabbit hole, because there's just not that compared to Black Series that has like all of these figures. Like it's definitely not a rabbit hole, but that's the thing about other lines as well. Like you would be surprised by how little you get year to year. Like if you're like a Jurassic Park fan or a DC fan, like depending on how much you're into DC, like your pickups are very limited.
Yeah,
exactly. When you go to like other lines, like compared to Star Wars or Marvel Legends, so it's like that. There's just it's interesting. It's definitely interesting to look at, because a huge criticism of Black Series is that we're not getting a lot, but it's like we're also getting as much as we've ever got. Like if you guys remember the first, like the orange line took 2 years, the blue line took 2 years. There's like 13 figures in the orange line. There's what's up?
Real quick, let's unban balls. Seems like there was an accidental ban here, and I think you have to be the one to unban them, Justin.
I don't have the ability to do it as we're streaming. It would have to be after we're done.
Well, shit.
But
balls, if you're out there, we will unban you. We will unban you.
Yeah, I might be able to do it, but give me a moment. But yeah, like I was saying, like the orange line had 13 figures. The blue line had, I believe, 17 figures. Like that used to be for the whole year. And specifically, that took 2 years, like a year and a half for each, because the orange line bled into 2014. Blue line bled into 2015. Like we used to get not a lot at all. It was really the red line or the red box where we started getting like a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're still getting the same amount of like regular waves. It's just now we have like these sublines and stuff. So it's actually like the most that we've ever got.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But
Paul's got free balls.
Yeah, free balls.
Sorry.
We're sorry. There he is. There he is. Hey.
I think it was just a timeout. It wasn't
okay. All right. Sorry about that. You're
already failing me.
You're all
good, Mr. White Shadow.
No, White Shadow apologized. White Shadow's good. No, but that's
I roll with an iron fist.
I'm actually really excited that you've gotten a few McFarlane figures and you're like getting a little bit interested in it. Just because like you know me, Justin, I've been collecting the line since day one. I feel like I've been talking to myself about these figures for like so long. Just people completely ignoring McFarlane, not really paying attention.
Well, it's also because there's no Black Series.
Right. But
like everything is pushed back, and I can't find anything.
And I'm not just saying just with you, but I just mean like in general. Like people slept on McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse for a while. But I'm happy that people are showing up. I really am, because it's a great line. And the more that people buy, obviously, the more that we get. So I'm happy. I'm happy.
And I like it because it's not a line where I would have to buy every single figure either. It's like just the stuff that I'm interested in. So it's just nice. You know, it's not necessarily jumping down a rabbit hole. It's kind of just they're expanding a little bit.
They're also doing a Titan Joker as well. From the end of Asylum, they're doing that. They're doing that figure as well. So I'm actually stoked that they're showing so much love to Asylum, because Arkham Asylum is the best Arkham game.
Oh, without a doubt.
Well, the popular answer is City. Everyone says Arkham City, but
Arkham I prefer like Titan it.
Yeah, Asylum is focused. It's incredibly focused. And it's just a great, linear, awesome Batman storyline. Get to see all your favorite villains. You get to do some exploring, some detective work. So, but what else do you have? What else do you got?
I got one more thing. It's Amber Collection. And the thing about Amber Collection is, again, like the human faces are usually terrible, so I didn't plan to get any. But there was one that I saw where I actually didn't think the face was that bad, and it's like an iconic enough character where it like stands alone, and I feel like I don't have to rush and get all the other human characters, but it's John.
Nice.
Because I don't think the face is that bad, and the character and the outfit is very iconic. Welcome to Jurassic Park, and I like that it comes with the amber mosquito cane.
Yeah, the cane.
And
I think the Sam Jackson figure is not bad either.
See, I would classify that as bad because you can look at the Mace Windu figure.
Well, that's Mace Windu.
But they're both Sam Jackson though. So
nice though.
Yeah, since the line is going away, now I'm like, this might be, because I know they started some other, I forget what they're calling it.
It's called the Hammond Collection.
Yeah, but it's like a smaller scale, right?
Yeah, it's 3 3/4 inch. Basically, what they're doing is now they're taking all of the Amber Collection sculpts, and I believe they're just shrinking them to 3 3/4 inch.
Yeah, and he is a peg warmer for sure.
Right. I would probably get John Hammond on clearance, but I just haven't seen them on clearance for that cheap. They usually only go down to like $15, and I'm still like, yeah. I'd rather pay like 10.
Yeah, I recently got my bonus, so I've just been a little, I've been a little carefree lately with my pickups. And I think this will be the only human character I get from the line, just because the rest
the rest,
and it helps that it's like a character that has a hat and wears glasses, so it's just not as apparent as other characters in that line.
Right.
And yeah, so that's it for me. A little bit of Lego, a little bit of DC McFarlane, a little bit of Amber collection. No Black Series. I did, like I said earlier, but you might not have been here. I did pick up Bib Fortuna and the Jetta Patrol Stormtrooper, but that was Hasbro Pulse, and the package is not here yet. So that's it for me.
Nice. Very nice. And ODC, that's me. I did hear that McFarlane is doing a medieval Spawn Kickstarter. Pretty sweet. Although I feel like at this point, there's not really a reason to make it a Kickstarter since, the Spawn line seems to be doing well. There are multiple waves deep. Everyone seems to love the Spawn stuff. So, like the original figure, I thought, it was a Kickstarter because Todd was like, will people buy a Spawn figure or won't they? But I think clearly people have proven that, Spawn is back, baby. People love the Spawn line. So I'm kind of feeling a little iffy about, I'm like, does this really need to be a Kickstarter? But I'll probably still go for it anyway. So I've got a story to tell, and this relates to some McFarlane figures.
True.
Basically, this past week, I literally ran into a figure hider in real life. I saw someone, an adult, a grown man, hiding action figures. And not only were they action figures I was looking for, but I foiled their entire plan. So this relates to the McFarlane Build-A-Horse wave, so my first 3 pickups here are part of the McFarlane Build-A-Horse wave. And this is thanks to Bucky, my roommate. He found these down at a Walmart about an hour or so away. He was visiting his family, but he got me the Batman here, of course, which is a cool figure. Carrie Kelly Robin as well. And Joker here. So he found 3 out of 4 for me. So that was really awesome. I was happy to get those 3. But I still needed Superman. Obviously, here's Superman. So I was at my local Walmart walking down to the toy aisle, and I saw the shipper. Because if you didn't know, there's like a shipper at Walmart right now that's for the Batman. It has tons of the Batman figures in it, and it's also got a ton of other new McFarlane DC figures as well. So I saw the shipper, and it was pretty much picked clean. There was a few figures left, like Penguin, regular Robert Pattinson Batman, like, some common stuff. But as I'm standing at the shipper, I look down the aisle on my right-hand side, and I see this guy comically walking down the aisle towards the back wall with like 8 McFarlane figures, like a big stack. And
Yeah, I love this story.
And he's just holding them. And like they're not walking towards checkout. So they're walking away from the checkout, which red flag. That was immediately suspect. So I essentially, saw this guy, and I walked down the aisle next over, and I'm just waiting there. I'm like fake browsing, looking at like random toys that I'm not really interested in, but I'm just trying to get a sense of what this person is doing, because it's very suspicious that someone would be walking away from checkout with all these figures. So they're on the back wall, which my Walmart kind of reorganized the toy section. So now the back wall is all Hot Wheels and other cars, tech decks, stuff like that. So I see that, and I see him walking towards the back wall, and I'm waiting in the aisle. And then I just do like a loop to the next aisle so I can quickly glance at what they're doing. And I see all of the figures are now spread out on the back wall, and he's taking pictures. I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, this person is either trying to sell them, hooking someone up with them or something like that. So I'm like, okay, my heart's pounding at this point. And I'm just waiting in the toy aisle, and I'm fake browsing. And I, give them a few minutes to see what they're doing. And then I walk through and I do another loop on the aisle. And I see him now, all the figures are gone. and I see him pushing back some big like Matchbox play sets, like gently pushing them back.
Yeah, wrap it up in a nice little bow.
And so I absolutely like knew right away. I was like, this person just hid these figures. And so I'm browsing in the aisle and I see them stand up. And so I like run and quickly pretend like I'm still browsing the toys, and I'm like looking at these Jurassic Park figures I could care less about. And I'm like really looking at him like, oh man, maybe. And he walks behind me, walks away, presumably to go to the NECA section. So I instantly run over there. I move the Matchbox figures out of the way, and there they are. There's like literally 8 to 10 of the most desirable McFarlane DC figures hiding there. And so, of course, among them was Superman from the Dark Knight Returns Build a Horse Wave, the last one I needed. So I snatched that right away. And then also a General Zod here, because you can't have a Superman without General Zod. So there was one Zod there as well. Grabbed him. And I took the rest of the figures and put them back on the shipper and said, screw that guy. And I hope they enjoy. I hope their friends or whoever was coming to look for those figures, I hope they enjoyed getting nothing. You get nothing.
There is no, like, as a collector, it is so satisfying to foil someone else's plans.
I honestly can't, like, we've always talked about, you know, it's adults hiding figures, things of that nature. But it's one thing to see it in person happening right in front of you, the thing you always talk about, and you're seeing it happen.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I couldn't believe it, but I was happy to foil their plan. Like, I felt so good afterwards because I was just like, if you're a grown person, you can't walk into a store and afford to pick up a couple action figures. I'm sorry. Like, you know, collecting is a luxury at the end of the day. And I don't think it's right for you to say, for just because you found them first, that means you deserve to get them later on, and you can hide them. Like, I just
you're
don't.
not entitled to the figure.
Right. I
like,
don't.
If you literally can't, you don't have the funds to purchase, you're not entitled to that figure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just, yeah, it's like you're just entitled. You're an entitled collector. You think because you saw it first, but you don't have the money, that you're still entitled to it, which you're not. Collecting is a luxury. If I'm in a store and there's a figure I want and I can't, you know, pick it up at the moment, I don't go and hide it. I cut my losses and I say, well, there's always next time. And I think that's just being an adult. Like, that's just something about being an adult. So it's really childish when you see a grown man hiding a bunch of action figures. And yeah, like, I literally, you know, just picked them all up and put them back on the shipper. And I hope some other collectors came by and got to pick those figures up and enjoy them, because I picked up the two I wanted and I'm enjoying them. So yeah. And what is even more interesting is after I saw this person, because it clicked in my mind a little bit later, I saw them at Target, because I was at Target beforehand as well.
Ooh.
And I saw them at Target with a Paz Vizsla carbonized and a Shore Trooper carbonized. So I'm wondering, like, did they hide those figures at Target as well? And it made me want to go back to Target and like go look around and try and, you know, find them and put them back on the shelf. So
right.
yeah, it's a stupid thing. Like, you know, it's just like foiling some dumbass, but I did feel good. I genuinely felt good that I was able to, you know, ruin someone hiding their figures, whatever they might have been doing. So yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then, so that led me to be able to complete the Build-A-Figure here, which if you were not aware, it is a Build-A-Horse wave. So obviously Batman Dark Knight Returns, the comic book, Batman rides a horse for a brief period of time. It's super epic. And McFarlane said, you know, instead of doing a Build-A-Figure, how about we do a damn Build-A-Horse? So here is a 7-inch scale articulated horse that obviously is not specifically Batman branded. So you could use it for like your Witcher figures or, you know, any other sort of mythic legions, any medieval characters that you want to put on this horse. Obviously, the horse is multifaceted. So it's not just for Batman, although Batman does look epic on the horse. But, you know, it's a horse. It's a Build-A-Horse. You could use this for so much. So many things.
We like horses.
And it looks pretty good. It really does. So yeah. And then one last thing before, you know, we move on. I just want to talk about these figures a little bit because I know some people have been asking me my thoughts and opinions on this wave. So I'll give it to you. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions. Easily, I think the best figure is Batman here. Looks the most accurate, you know, no side eye because he's got the white eyes.
Yeah.
But this figure and Superman and Joker, they all suffer from something that is horrifying. And that is on the arms here, there's no bicep swivel and there's no swivel at the elbow. So you cannot get Batman, you know, his arms do not move in. There's no way to get them to move in. So it's very, you know, you can't really get a good like punching pose because his arms can only go this far in. You have to like, you know, do a little trickery and have him looking a certain way or, you know, something like this. But really, really disappointed that there's no bicep cut or swivel at the elbow. Like McFarlane figures typically don't have thigh cuts, but they put a thigh cut on this Batman, but they couldn't put a bicep swivel on there. So that really, really holds back the posability on this figure and Batman, or this figure and Superman and Joker, because they all suffer from the same issue. Superman's the same way. You can't get his arms to fold inward. And of course, Joker doesn't come with his weapon from the comic book because he uses a pistol in that. So this is the old Mattel pistol from the original Dark Knight Returns figure here from Mattel, which is a good figure. I like both of these, but I was happy I kept it around so that I could give the pistol to this new version of Joker. But they actually gave Joker double jointed elbows for some reason, but still suffers from the same issue. No bicep swivel, no swivel at the elbow. So posability on these figures are a little bit limited. Definitely a little bit limited. I will say, though, Carrie Kelly Robin is awesome. She's super articulated, double elbows, double knees. She does have the side eye pretty bad, though, but I think her glasses hide it. Like, you can't really see her eyes at all anyway. So overall, it's a solid wave. It could be better. It's not perfect. The other thing, too, is the weapons here are very squishy. So like this is Joker's knife and I'm barely touching it and you can see how it's just bending. So the accessories are very hard to put into their hands because the hands are hard plastic, but the accessories are soft. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the wave. It's pretty good. It's not the best, but it could be better. And thank you, Mango Fett, for reminding us. I know Tim Yu sent us a $17.99 super chat a few minutes ago. Little contribution towards your pickups. Thank you, Tim, for the channel support. $17.99.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I've just been playing with toys. I opened.
Yep, Catwoman's great. She's got a lot of.
What is this like little? Is that peg into something or what is that for?
No,
it's just a handle.
I think that's the end of the whip. So I think the thicker part of the whip is the handle.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. I think that's and I think that's the end of the whip. So yeah, Catwoman's a great figure though. She's got a lot of nice articulation. Although, yeah, the mask is inaccurate. And she only uses the whip like once in the movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's okay.
I'm making sacrifices to the toy gods.
Yeah.
She's like
But
very flexible as well. There's a lot of articulation
mm-hmm.
with
Yeah,
Catwoman.
which I mean, of course, is what you need on a Catwoman figure. She
Oh,
should
yeah.
be super articulated. But
For sure.
but yeah, so the Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight Returns, build a horse wave. Definitely worth it for the price, you know, $25 a piece. I know there's Mafex versions out there, but those are literally $100 a piece. So for one Mafex figure, you can get this full wave. I know the Mafex figures are obviously better, which they should be because they're more expensive. And I am a firm believer the more money you pay for something, the better it should be. So I'd hope the Mafex figures were better.
Those are bold words coming from a Black Series collector. Those are bold words.
Well, yeah. I mean, recently Black Series has obviously proven that they are better in a lot of ways than SH Figure Arts these days. So
He's crazy.
yeah,
He's crazy.
You agree with me as well. You agree with me as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
nice.
Dude. I'm doing sacrifices.
A sacrifice to the toy gods. And I do want to get, honestly, I do want to get Penguin now that I've seen the movie and I've really enjoyed Penguin in the movie. Even though I was sticking to my guns, get it, about not buying that figure. But I think if I see it, I'm going to cop it because I just thought the movie was so damn awesome that I want all the figures now. I already have most of them though, because I already knew.
Yeah.
I already knew that the movie was going to be great. You know, we had faith in Matt Reeves. We had faith in Robert Pattinson Batman. So, yeah, there was not, you know, we were assuming it was going to be awesome, but definitely lives up to the hype. And yeah, HoloNet, Valaverse does offer 1/12 weapon packs, but those are more like military looking weapons. So if you're trying to look, you know, get something that's maybe not so like military themed, you're going to have to like, you know, go 3D printer or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, Penguin figure will go up, especially with this show on the way. We'll probably get another Penguin figure as well, I'd imagine, once the show gets closer.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Pinless,
spare no expense.
Pinless double elbows on that?
Yeah.
Nice. See, Mattel can do a decent figure. They just don't want to. And then when they do decent figures, they just don't commit and they cancel the line.
Yeah. Man, this actually is kind of a cool figure. I'm not going to lie. I wish the others just looked better. Like the Dr. Ellie Sattler looks like a Barbie doll, man.
Yeah, she looks terrible.
This one, because of the glasses and the beard and stuff, you just can't tell that it's not a good head.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm fine with just this figure, just because I think this is an iconic enough character to just stand alone. So, yeah, that's my sacrifice. That's my sacrifice to the toy gods. Let's see. We got 2 alternate hands. Alternate head. I think maybe you can see this tiny little thing. Iconic scene of the Velociraptor coming out of the egg.
Nice.
They do make great accessories, and that Sam Jackson figure is pretty awesome because it comes with the computer with like the map of Jurassic Park on it.
It comes with a severed arm too, and it has blood on it. Like, whoa, an action figure with blood on it. Think of the children.
Yeah.
Vader X Bricks is asking, what webcam would you guys recommend that's inexpensive? Would like to get one so I can interact with you guys and some other YouTubers as well. Well, I actually use a very inexpensive webcam that I think is pretty good, widely available on Amazon right now.
Send you a link.
Yeah, it is. My camera that I use it's discontinued, but it's still available, and it's the Logitech HD Pro webcam, 1080p. You know, you don't need a 4K webcam. You don't need anything crazy.
Yeah,
because
StreamYard only lets you do 720 anyway, unless you pay for like the deluxe version.
Right. So, you know, something like that, I would
I
say.
have, because for the longest time I was using Nate's webcam, but when we started streaming, I had to get my own. So I basically have like the slightly higher, like the next model after the one that Nate uses. I don't even remember how much it was. It's not expensive, but
yeah, the camera that I have is currently $60 on Amazon. And that's pretty much as low as you want to go if you want to get something that at least looks okay.
yeah.
Oop,
But
sorry, didn't mean to hit my mic. Sorry if that was. But yeah, David Newcomb, the horse is 7-inch scale, so it should, in theory, work with NECA figures. In theory.
yeah. But yeah, that's it for recent pickups for me and you.
Yep,
So
that's it. I foiled a hider.
I love that story. I just love the idea of them going back to that spot and opening.
And there's just nothing.
Yeah. What?
Wait,
what?
Where are my toys? It's payday. Where are my toys? Sorry, bud.
Yeah, I've done that quite a few times as well. Like mostly NECA stuff at Target.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's mostly NECA figures, like when you found them in that backpack. Or we found a Krang one time was that in a suitcase or was that hiding?
It was behind suitcases. That's actually, we caught that one on video. That's I think it was our Figure It Out episode 100 where we did a vlog. Nice. It was like one of those. What's up, B-Man?
What's up, B-Man? And
we never even talked about it. Well, unless you're talking about McFarlane stuff, but we haven't talked about the actual movie,
No. Great idea. HollowNet says, Nate, I can use the horse for the Nazgul Lord of the Rings figures. Yes, that is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Great idea. But yeah, so I guess at this point in the stream, do we want to talk a little The Batman, everyone? Are we about ready? 1 hour, 43 minutes into this stream. Talk a little Matt Reeves, The Batman.
Yeah.
Should we should we do spoilers or no spoilers? Probably just generally no spoilers, you think?
Yeah, because it just came out a few days ago, maybe.
Maybe we'll talk spoilers a little, like on a later stream, maybe next week or something, because I do want to see it again as well. I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
So yeah, today we'll go no spoilers. We'll go no spoilers for The Batman. We're just going to talk about our general thoughts, general feelings on the movie itself. So yeah, stick around. You don't need to leave if you haven't seen the movie because we're not going to be spoiling anything. And please, chat, do not spoil anything. If you do, the ban hammer will be laid on you. I promise. So
yeah,
I'm just going to say that now. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep the discussion spoiler free.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll go The Batman no spoiler discussion.
All right. So, Justin, what did you think of The Batman? Dude, incredible movie.
Matt Reeves is a great director. He directed Dawn and War for the Planet of the Apes. That's what I mainly know him from. Mm-hmm. And when I found out that he was going to direct a Batman movie, I was already getting positive vibes. When we learned that it was Robert Pattinson, positive vibes. Because we are pro Robert Pattinson at Out of the Basement because he's not just from Twilight. We've said this 1,000 times, but he has starred in a lot of fantastic indie films such as Good Time, The Lighthouse, Rover, a lot of good A24 films and just general indie films. He has range. He's a very handsome man. Love Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
Just as a handsome boy.
He's a hunk.
But and I had no doubt when it was Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
That first trailer came out. Loved the trailer. Loved the tone. Gothic. And then the movie really delivered, I will
Yeah.
say, as far as like a true Batman, like gothic. Like I hate to sound like the stereotypical like DC. Oh, it's so dark and gritty and just, but it's obviously the darkest Batman film that we've probably ever got live action.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and there's a couple things that really stand out that are not spoilers. A Batman has always been a character where it's like he's supposed to instill fear into the hearts of like people doing bad things. So like there it really delivers the idea that he instills fear into the heart of the criminals.
Yeah. Like we were talking about sort of the opening of the movie, not really a spoiler, but there's some narration and you see like criminals, you know, sort of feeling a little uneasy these days when they see they kind of do it in Dark Knight as well. Like the beginning of the Dark. Nah, man, I don't like the night. You know, it's like that, but it's a little bit more of like
scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
Like dark alley, dark doorway. Like he could be anywhere, you know.
Right, and there is also like other horror elements in the movie as well, where you're just like, wait, why am I scared right now? Like, why am I feeling fear at this current moment? Yeah, I think you know, Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman. Best, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Best portrayal of Catwoman. Period.
And I think she's more like. I think the characters in this movie are just more accurate to like the source material. I am not a Batman comic book reader, although I would like to be, but I have, you know, I grew up watching the animated series and I've seen a couple of the animated movies, but mostly my Batman love comes from the films like Batman 1989, the Dark Knight trilogy, love it. And then the video game, like the Telltale game. I loved the Batman Telltale game, and I loved Arkham Asylum. I also enjoyed Arkham City as well. But as far as like the mood that like the games really established, like when playing Arkham Asylum or City, it's like, or the Telltale game, it's very gothic to me. And we haven't, maybe Batman Returns was also pretty goth, or gothic, I should say. But this one just feels really accurate to what the characters are, such as like Catwoman being poor.
Right.
So that's why I have no issue with her costume either. I know that's
and she actually does some burglaring, which again, not something you've really seen in a live action Catwoman
just
performance.
A little bit in Dark Knight Rises.
Right. But like, you know, you get to see her, you know, she's using her tools. And I like that she's just already Catwoman. We don't have to go through some long-winded origin. And that's, again, something I really like about this movie is that it's in the second year of Batman as Batman. So we don't have to waste time with origins. We don't have to wait. Like, I love that the movie just doesn't hold your hand. It's like Matt Reeves is like, you know who these people are. I don't have to explain it to you again. I just love that they just were like, Catwoman's already Catwoman. Batman's already Batman. Like, who cares?
Yeah, and the second thing that really, really jumped out at me in comparison to all the other Batman stuff that I've seen, as far as films, is that he's a detective. You know, he's always been called the world's greatest detective, but we almost never actually see him like solving crimes with the police, like in the Dark Knight trilogy, which I love the Dark Knight trilogy.
Of course.
Specifically, the Dark Knight, I think, is a masterpiece, but I think Batman Begins is amazing. And I do like the Dark Knight Rises as well. So, but in this one, he like truly is the world's greatest detective. He truly is. It's more of a detective film almost than like a superhero movie.
Absolutely.
Which is exactly what I wanted. Especially when I saw that runtime, I'm like, we're going to get some slow paced detective scenes with Batman and
Lots and
Gordon.
lots of David Fincher love in this movie.
Yeah, Seven.
Seven and Zodiac. Seven and Zodiac.
Yeah. And I feel like that's going to turn. I don't want to compare this to Marvel, but it's going to turn your MCU crowd, maybe like your super heavy, like explosions everywhere, action, goo goo gaga. Like it's much slower paced than like a Marvel, your typical Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like that'll at least shut off some people.
For sure. And I've seen some people saying that, like the movie's too serious and there's like no humor in the movie, but there's plenty of humor in the movie. It's just not in your face jokes. Like think about Justin, like, Thumb Drive, something like that.
Yeah. There's no Tony Stank joke.
Yeah. The humor that's in the movie is subtle. So that's probably why, not trying to, say that there's a stereotype to MCU fans, but the humor probably just did a little bit of this, just a little bit of over your head.
Yeah, and like you said, it's more subtle, which is
which I just
there's no cringe humor,
like,
which is exactly what I wanted.
I don't want cringe humor. The cringe humor that we get from Batman. Think about Joss Whedon's Justice League. That is awful.
Yeah.
I think I'm bleeding. Ha 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 ha! So funny, so funny.
Yeah,
like I just absolutely was enthralled with this movie. Like the 3 hours flew by. By the time we were at the end of the movie, I was like, "Huh?"
Because it's like we were saying, like detective movie, but it's also kind of mystery. It's like a true like solving a crime movie.
Yeah, and I like what Todd is saying here. The hurt and anguish of Bruce Wayne is really well done from Patterson as well. I absolutely agree with that. And that's another thing I think people might not be picking up on is like just a lot of the performance is physical. Even when he's Bruce Wayne, it's a physical performance. There's not a lot of dialogue.
The eyes.
Right. Like he doesn't have to say how he's feeling, but you know what he's feeling when he's staring at the little boy. Mm-hmm. You know what he's feeling. It's not rocket science, but the criticisms I see of the movie are of things like that. And it's like,
oh, there's like real Rotten Tomatoes reviews of actual like certified critic people saying like Batman doesn't even smile once in this. And they're like trying to say like, because of like, don't they know how horrible the world is today? That like, I want my art to be safe and cozy and happy. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you that much of a little baby that you can't see something that is a little more serious and dark as a superhero movie? Like, it's not, and that's also just Batman in general. That's just the source material isn't happy-go-lucky.
Right. And especially like obviously what this movie, pulls inspiration from like the comic books, like Year One, Long Halloween, even Year Two to a little bit of a little extent there.
Yeah. And honestly, the Arkham games, I was getting big vibes.
Well, especially in the fight scenes. The choreography in this movie feels like it's straight out of Arkham, like the free flow combat that he kind of goes in for.
And that's like something, because there is, the fight scene in the trailer, what the hell are you supposed to be? And he's like steady camera, not a lot of cutting, and he takes on multiple people at once, which is like something we haven't seen since like until Batman v Superman. There's actually a really great scene where Batman fights more than one goon at the same time. Because usually, and again, I love The Dark Knight, but I'll make this comparison, group of goons, but then they all kind of take turns. It's like the Praetorian Guards in The Last Jedi.
There's like the really bad example in Dark Knight Rises where they have like guns and they're just like standing there, not even trying to shoot Batman or anything, or they actually try and like melee him with the weapons, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Kind
of going back to like the weird critic things, because it's not just like Rotten Tomatoes. I've seen this on Twitter as well, where it's like the world is so bad and horrible because of like the unfortunate situation of what is happening in Ukraine and then the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm like, those are real world things. Like, what does that have to do with making a Batman movie serious? Like, people are really trying to make that comparison. Like, are you serious? Like, you really can't handle, like, I don't know, like, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. And newsflash, the world has always been terrible. The world has been a terrible place since the beginning of time. Ever since humans found out that we can use tools to smash each other's skulls in, like, the world has been a horrible, terrible place. Always, all the time. It's a really weird thing that I've been seeing on Twitter. Don't go on Twitter. Don't go on Twitter.
No, you should go on Twitter, but just follow us.
Follow us balls. On Twitter. Real review that I read. That's a real review. Batman doesn't smile.
Yeah.
Negative review.
But I think as well, they really nailed Gotham as a city. It's seedy, it's gritty, it's steamy. Not something we've seen since Batman Begins, which
I would say Joker did a pretty good job at that.
Yeah, but who cares about Joker?
But I'm just saying, like, that is something that I think Joker did a really good job of showing, like, Gotham as this just dirty, like, graffiti, and there's garbage everywhere and crime and just there's little thugs everywhere, especially like the subway stuff. But yeah, I agree. Joker was too on the nose. Didn't really like Joker.
Yeah, but I liked the way the city looked. And that was like one of my, if there are things to complain about the Dark Knight trilogy, one thing for me is how the city looks in Batman Begins versus how it looks in the Dark Knight. It looks like a completely different city. Obviously in Batman Begins, it does have like that dark, gritty, seedy kind of look to it, especially with like the Narrows area of the city. But then Dark Knight comes around and it's just Chicago.
Yeah. I think that's a product of Christopher Nolan likes to go for like hyper realism, like as realistic as I possibly can go. 100%. I don't think that's a negative, but I do agree it's like nice to see, because the city of Gotham is a character in and of itself.
It's not, I don't know. To me, like you said, it's a character. It's important how Gotham looks. And to me, like when you look at the Dark Knight trilogy, it goes from a city that looks like Gotham, and then it just looks like Chicago, and then it just looks like Pittsburgh. And that's and that's because that's exactly where the movies were filmed. But even then, though, like this movie has a certain degree of realism that I almost feel like in a lot of ways is even more realistic than the Dark Knight trilogy. Like Batman in this movie has some fantastical gadgets, but I feel like they're incredibly grounded. He doesn't have a Lucius Fox to give him like the static flying cape thing. He's missing some of his iconic gadgets that are a little bit more fantastical that were in the Dark Knight trilogy. And I also just feel like the character is the characterization of like Batman Bruce Wayne much more like realistic. Like, if you're fighting crime at night, you're not waking up the next day, 8 a.m., bright, bushy-tailed, happy-go-lucky, ready to be Bruce Wayne billionaire. I like that he's a recluse. Not a lot of people see him. There's the scene where he's got sunglasses on because he only is awake at night. So his eyes aren't like adjusted to daylight anymore.
And he fails a lot.
Right.
Like, it actually shows him take shots because, yes, when you're fighting like 8 people at once, it's literally impossible to not get hit at all. So I like how it shows him kind of getting hits on him. And then there's also a scene where he tries a stunt and it goes horribly wrong and he ends up eating shit and like basically almost dies because of his own doing. Because like when you try to do certain things realistically, it's probably not going to work out flawlessly like some kind of superhero movie that we would normally see.
Exactly. And yeah, I like that, his costume is functional, but it's also not functional in ways that you imagine Batman's costume working these days.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that aspect, and I don't want to say what it is because it was a cool moment for me, but it's the same scene that you're talking about where like you're like, oh yeah, I guess like, in a realistic scenario that wouldn't really, this
Mhm.
would probably be the most realistic option.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. I did think I I know it's 3 hours. So it's weird to say like I want more. But I
right.
feel like some minor negatives that I would have, maybe a little more Batman with Alfred. Maybe a little more of that, flesh that out a little
Yeah.
more.
But what little bit of Alfred we did get played by Andy Serkis was awesome.
Yeah. So I wanted more of that, and then I also wanted more Riddler. I
Yeah.
wanted a hair more Riddler and a hair more Alfred relationship with Bruce. That's pretty much like the only things I can think of, though.
Yeah, I really like what they did with Riddler, though. I think it's a very logical step for Riddler as a modern day character. I also like that Paul Dano does bring a little bit of the classic Riddler insanity into the character.
Mm,
Even though it's a very serious movie, he still has these moments where he's just like freaking out and it's like over the top and it's
yeah,
almost funny in a lot of ways, but like that's the Riddler. He's this unhinged dude that basically, has mood swings. And so I liked that they made the character so serious, but at the same time still kept like the fundamental elements of the Riddler as a character.
yeah,
And Paul Dano's just great. He's just a
yeah.
great
And he was
performances
also in
across the
Prisoners
board.
too. I was
Yeah.
getting Prisoners vibes and Seven vibes. I think those were the two big vibes that I was getting.
Yeah,
Um,
I would say that a little bit is obviously Zodiac in there
yeah,
as well.
just a lot of David Fincher in
Yeah.
general.
But that's a good thing though, because I
Yeah,
feel this movie I think it almost belongs in a similar category as like Captain America the Winter Soldier, where it's Captain America Winter Soldier is a spy thriller film that just so happens to have Captain America in it.
yeah,
And the Batman is a detective drama essentially that just so happens to be about Batman.
yeah.
And I
That's a
and I
good comparison.
and I think that it just works so well when comic book movies aren't trying to be a comic book movie. They're trying to do something else, but in the vein or using, comic book characters, things like that. It just works out so well. It
Yeah,
makes for a much more compelling film that I want to personally watch, over and over again. It does get a little superhero-y at the end, of course. You got to have your little final showdown third act, but even then it's still pretty interesting and pretty good.
hmm
And uh,
I like Penguin too. We didn't talk about Penguin.
right, of course, Colin Farrell is Penguin, insane performance.
Yeah,
uh I loved the Iceberg Lounge. I loved seeing some familiar stuff from the comic books, from the games, things we haven't really seen a lot. And
hmm
yeah, he was great. Like Penguin was awesome. John Turturro as Falcone was also surprisingly great. I wasn't expecting to see him in the movie.
yeah,
So when he showed up, I was like, oh, nice. Very nice.
yeah. So great characters. I loved the music as well. The new Batman theme is simple but daunting and just absolutely
Yep.
epic.
Has like a definite animated series tinge to it, a little Danny Elfman in there as well.
And just almost a little scary, like a monster is coming to get you. Just the dun 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 dun
Well,
dun dun
I,
dun dun.
I mean, that's another thing we didn't really talk about either is like the introduction of him when you hear his heavy ass footsteps before you see him. And it's like this anticipation to see Batman. And you just hear
Yeah,
the doo,
he's
doo.
just it really established again, like I said at the beginning, like the fear
Mhm.
aspect of the character, and um, the bat symbol is not just a call; it's a warning. Like
Yeah.
there's such a great sequence near the beginning of the movie, and yeah, like we were saying, some horror elements from Riddler as well.
Yep.
Trying to think of some other.
Jonathan Anderson's asking thoughts on the Batmobile in the movie.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I liked the introduction where you just hear it at first, and
yeah,
and again is like a little scary in that moment.
Yeah, there's a nice little chase scene that you see in the trailers with the Batmobile. Not a lot of Bat Cycle.
No,
like we were saying when we were talking about the figure.
The Bat Cycle is straight up not in the movie. So
it's in the movie.
Well, yeah, it is, but very, very briefly.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I also, again, another thing that going back to the realism that no other movie has ever done is the black makeup on his eyes. No other Batman movie. You could say Christopher Nolan's trilogy is ultra realistic, but at the end of the day, every time Christian Bale takes that cowl off, no black makeup. So I loved that he just has the black makeup on, and like when he's in his street clothes, he still has it on because he's gonna put the suit on. Or actually, in the scene where he is dressed like that, he looks like really big. Like the clothes look huge because he's wearing the bat suit underneath.
Right.
Yeah. Like all of the jackets and pants that he has on. So
yeah, there's a lot of great cinematography as well. As far as the camera work, there's a lot of great iconic shots, particularly the one from the trailer where it's like behind Batman, but he's standing on top of this like skyscraper. That was a real shot, no green screen. There's very minimal green screen work in here. A lot of the behind the scenes stuff I've seen, it looks like they're really there, which is fantastic. And it kind of follows with Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy because the Nolan trilogy has immense practicality to it, especially the Dark Knight Rises, like the opening sequence.
Right.
So it kind of maintains that practicality as well. And he's just really grounded, and I don't know. I just enjoyed it all around. There's not a lot, like there's a couple things like I wanted more Riddler and I wanted a little more Batman and Alfred together, flesh that out a little bit more. But aside from that, there's really not a lot I can say as far as like negatives.
Right. Yeah, I'm really having a tough time coming up with any negative feelings for this movie. I just feel like it hit every aspect so well, and it's such a great, well-rounded movie. Batman as a character, probably, honestly, I don't want to give like concrete thoughts, but because I've only seen it once. But, I think Batman as a character, best on live action, on-screen interpretation we've ever seen, as far as nailing how the character acts, how they feel, the way they are. Same thing with Catwoman. Best Catwoman interpretation we've seen. Yes, I love Michelle Pfeiffer. She's awesome, but not really Catwoman in the traditional sense, at least as far as like a burglar goes. So I think this movie really nails a lot of the characters. Alfred, Commissioner Gordon too. Jeffrey, what is his name?
Jeffrey Dean Wright.
Jeffrey Wright, yes. Amazing in Casino Royale. Amazing as Commissioner Gordon. I loved how much they used Commissioner Gordon in this movie.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it felt like the stuff that I like, the games that I've played, like Arkham Asylum, or especially like Telltale. That Telltale Batman game, like they're constantly working together. There's a lot of Gordon in there, and I felt that in that aspect. And then also there is some scenes in Arkham Asylum, like the actual asylum in the movie, that I thought just really, really reminded me of the Telltale game. So yeah. I liked that as well.
Absolutely.
There's a few questions we can get to. My figure culture. Do you prefer a single villain or the multiple villain Batman film? I prefer, because for example, in this movie, Penguin, he's not really a villain?
No, he's just there.
Because
But
even my girlfriend was kind of like, was he like kind of a good guy? I'm like, well, he's not the worst, but he's still like a sleazy, pretty much like a crime lord. Obviously uses the club as a front, and I'm like,
right.
but they go to him for information because he's not like the absolute worst.
Yeah, I think Penguin as a character has always been someone that if it's going to get him out of trouble, he's going to
Yeah, right.
he's going to cooperate. If it means saving his own skin, he's going to do what he needs to do, whether that means helping Batman or going against Batman. So I really liked that he was just kind of like this neutral dude who, obviously is a criminal scumbag, but in the context of the film, like, not the worst.
And I think that works. I think having just the Batman universe, the characters in the film wherever they fit, I think it works for me. More so than like, I don't know, like Spider-Man 3, even though I love Spider-Man 3, but obviously the 3 villain aspect, that's a huge criticism. So in that regard, I don't think that's like the same thing. I enjoy when there's multiple characters, because again, some of them aren't even necessarily villains. Some of them are more anti-hero, stuff like that.
Yeah, and when it's handled well, I enjoy a multiple, villain film.
Yeah.
I think most of the time, especially for like the Batman movies, it's handled pretty well. Like Batman Returns, Catwoman, Penguin, pretty good. Even something like Batman Forever, as silly and goofy as it is, like I love Riddler and Two-Face, like Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey, just like going absolutely bonkers insane.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like I actually like all of the Batman movies quite a bit. For various reasons, but I even like Batman and Robin. It's a lot of fun. It's stupid, but that's the point. So yeah, this movie though, I honestly might be the second time I see it, I'll have a concrete answer, but this might be the best live action Batman movie so far.
Yeah. It's so hard to say because I think The Dark Knight is a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to say for me, but I will say it's been like the Batman is, I feel like, the most accurate, like from what I've seen,
Right.
how the Batman story is supposed to be, as far as just this like weird, like almost like a gothic.
Yeah. I mean, as a comic book reader, a Batman comic book reader, like to me, this felt the most like Batman, like a Batman comic book. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm so satisfied with how it turned out. Like I knew it was going to be good, but I honestly think it might have exceeded my expectations even a little bit there.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was nice to, I was super, super hyped, and it's just nice to see a movie that delivers punctuality.
Yep. It delivers. It's not too short. It doesn't feel too long. Like it's just.
And I like how long it was.
Right.
And I love how long it was.
I love the runtime, and I love that it didn't feel like it because you're so engaged. You're so interested in everything going on. There's so much going on that, it's just like the 3 hours fly by. I also love to like there's like a couple scenes where like Batman's at the crime scene and like cops are talking to him and he just stares at them. Like he doesn't say anything. He's just staring at them. I thought that was just a nice like character moment where Batman's just like kind of keeps giving him like a really.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any other thoughts.
This is what I want in a sequel.
Yes, it was so thematic, gloomy. Like I feel like it's the perfect movie when you're like stuck inside and it's just pouring rain outside. You just put this one on, and it just fits the mood. It just fits that atmosphere. Definitely the most atmospheric Batman movie. Yeah. I don't know at this time because I do really want to watch it again.
Yeah, that's why.
And then I'll really be able to tell you if it's like my absolute favorite.
That's why that's why I'm saying these aren't my concrete thoughts.
Yeah.
It could very well change. Jonathan Anderson, though, asked, who's the best Batman villain for you guys?
I'm a normie, and obviously I'm gonna say Joker. I just as the complete opposite of Batman. And he's the one that pushes that line of like, is Batman an absolute sociopath? Like, is he just like, does Batman take joy in beating criminals to a pulp? And just as the antithesis, the complete opposite of Batman, and just that dyad, like, they need each other.
Right.
So, I'm going to go with your typical answer and say Joker.
I mean, outside of Joker, love Scarecrow. Killer Croc is always a lot of fun. The Court of Owls, like I just showed Talon here. Love me some Court of Owls. I love Two-Face.
Some Poison Ivy.
There's even been some awesome storylines with like Kite Man and Calendar Man, like some of the like more strange Batman villains. Like I feel like almost every Batman villain has had their time in the sun, and they've had like at least a great storyline.
Recast Arnie as Freeze. All right, everyone, chill.
What came before the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Yeah. I love the villains in Arkham Asylum, like Mark Hamill as the Joker, which is also like
perfect.
Mark Hamill in the animated series and all the movies that he's in. I love Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill easily I know he just voices a character, but I don't care. Mark Hamill is my favorite Joker. Just because it's literally Mark Hamill going insane. And I'll never forget whatever age I was when I found out. I'm like, that's literally Luke Skywalker as the Joker. I was like, pfft. Like, I don't know how old I was or whatever, but I'll never forget when I first like learned that. So I definitely love Mark. And like in Arkham Asylum, like Scarecrow, terrifying.
Yep.
Like love all those Scarecrow sequences. So I also love Scarecrow as well.
I would love to see them bring back Scarecrow in this the Batman universe. I feel like Scarecrow is a grounded enough character that they could do something really awesome.
Especially if they continue like the horror elements that were in here with Scarecrow. Totally down for that.
And they were already like they're taught in the movie The Batman. There's like this eye drop drug that's like a big epidemic in Gotham. So I'm thinking like you could make Scarecrow like someone that makes like hallucinogenic drugs and gives these people these, oh yeah, you're gonna have a really fun time, you're gonna trip, it's gonna be great, but then it's the fear toxin. So
Michael Cherry, who's the best live action Joker? I love Jack Nicholson, but I'm going with my boy Heath. My boy Heath.
I'd go Jack.
Yeah, I don't think there's any topping Heath.
I've got a incredibly spicy Heath Ledger Joker take, but I don't know if the world's ready for it. I don't know.
Nate says the Nolan trilogy, they just make them all terrorists, essentially. Like they're not really like super villains; they're essentially just terrorists.
Well, and to me, and again, I like The Dark Knight. I think Heath Ledger's performance is fantastic, but the character of the Joker in The Dark Knight doesn't really feel like the Joker to me. The Joker to me is not a guy that doesn't have a plan. He's not the dog chasing a car, and once he catches it, he doesn't know what to do with it. The Joker always has a plan. He usually has more than one plan in case the first plan goes wrong. So
but I don't think he was.
He
obviously has a plan in The Dark Knight, though. I think he was just saying that to mess with, because he's doing this whole spiel to Two-Face to get him to turn bad. I don't think he's actually saying like, do I really look like a guy with a plan?
But what was his plan?
With the boat thing, dude. The boat thing. And then that's the whole message of the movie, is that they choose to, it's like humanity. There is a spark of hope in humanity because they didn't choose the whole ethical dilemma of like, do I blow up the other ship or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it.
But as far as acting and just iconic sequences, there's no way like Heath Ledger's Joker is masterpiece just as far as like from a filmmaking perspective.
No, the performance is amazing. Like what he was given to do as the Joker, great stuff. He nailed that performance, But I'm just saying, for me, as far as a character as Joker goes, I feel like it's
Jared?
not honestly, you and I both agree. Like, we don't really think that Jared's all that bad. Like, he's not great.
I don't hate Jared Leto's Joker because there's just that one image of him with the machine gun shooting out of the helicopter and he's laughing his ass off. That screams Joker to me. Everything else, like when it's like Harley and Joker in the vat and there's like some weird pop music happening, that's like the stuff I don't like.
But like, things like him saying like, oh, I've got grape soda and a bearskin rug back at home for you. It's like stuff like that. Like when Jared Leto said that, I'm just like, that is like some Joker dialogue. But obviously the tattoos are terrible. Absolutely abysmal.
The Suicide Squad film is utterly terrible.
It's unwatchable. It's borderline unwatchable.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, I feel like most people also wouldn't be so anti Jared Leto Joker if he just didn't have the tattoos.
If only.
Yeah, but obviously that's not the world we live in. But Chen Razzie, thank you for the $13.99 super chat. Appreciate the continued channel support. They say Cameron Monaghan is probably one of the best Jokers in the Gotham shows. So underrated.
Cal. Our boy Cal.
I've heard that, but I just... I watched a few episodes of season 1 of Gotham. I hated it. I thought it was trash.
Yeah,
so
I've never seen it.
I'm not gonna watch it. But I have heard that Cameron Monaghan is good as Joker, and I believe it because Cameron Monaghan's a good actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Jared Leto's really not as bad as people make it out to be.
Yeah. He's just not in the best film, just by any means. He's in a horrible film. I hate Suicide Squad so much. 2016. I haven't seen the new one. I'm not even going to bother. For the most part, I hate the modern DC movies like Justice League. Oh, like Wonder Woman, 1984. What's the Aquaman? Batman v Superman. For the most part. I like the DC, like the shared universe, whatever the hell they call it, DC extended universe, where it's like they so pitifully tried to cash in on Avengers hype. Like I hate most of the modern DC movies. Like they're
and I agree.
Awful.
I agree with you. As a diehard DC fan, I agree with you. Shazam.
I'll never forget Shazam. I'll never forget when it's like, oh my God, the Avengers, they're making so much money. And then what movie was it where like Bruce Wayne opens up the laptop and he opens up these files and it's just it's such a shoehorned, it's awful, pathetic sequence where it just like introduces all these characters. They're like, we're assembling the team. Meanwhile, Marvel, even though I'm totally off the MCU train, they went 4 years before making the first Avengers movie because they took time and each character got their own standalone film and then they all come together. But DC, they're like, he opens up the laptop and they're like, here's all these characters that are going to show up. Like,
yeah,
pathetic. I really, really dislike the modern DC stuff.
It's a dumpster fire for the most part. Yeah, Shazam, I think Shazam was terrible. I thought Suicide Squad 2021 wasn't good either. It was definitely better than Suicide Squad.
Did you see Birds of Prey?
Yes, I have seen Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey was also pretty bad, but it does have Ewan in it as Black Mask, and that was fun. So, like, if they wanted to take Ewan as Black Mask and put him somewhere else, I'd be down.
I know that was Ben Affleck,
but
I actually liked Ben as Batman.
Yeah, Ben wasn't bad in BVS.
Yeah, I think BVS was almost a good Batman movie if it just didn't have all this other crap. This the scene of what is that thing where he's like sticking a Jolly Rancher in the guy's mouth? Like, what is that guy's name?
Oh, that's Lex Luthor, dude.
Well, the actor Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, Jesse
Yeah.
Eisenberg.
It's like
Yeah.
it's Cherry. I'm like, what am I watching right now?
Yeah, there's some really strange stuff. I do like the Snyder cut though. I think the Snyder cut was pretty damn awesome. And I do like the ultimate cut of BVS. Basically, should a superhero movie be close to 4 hours long? No, but
I mean, hey, the Batman is almost 3 hours.
Right. I think if the story is good and it's warranted, then you're like, yeah, long runtime is good. But sometimes Zack Snyder he gets a little indulgent in himself. But
yeah,
I'd say for the most part, the DCEU is not good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because I love DC. That's the enigma of being a DC fan is their comic books are fantastic. Most of the animated movies are really good. And then when it comes to live action, they're just like, eh.
Yeah, I didn't like Joker either, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's pretty like universally acclaimed, but it was too on the nose for me. You don't need to explain everything to me. You don't need to explain our world is ruled by the top 1% and the working class is getting screwed. See, they don't care about just you because you're mentally unstable. They don't care about me because I'm the working class. And just, you don't have to explain all that stuff. I already know.
It's like baby's first art house film where it wants to be an art house film, but it still thinks the audience is too stupid to get it. So they have to over explain everything that's going on in the movie. Basically, the director of the Joker thinks that anyone watching it is a moron. So,
well, the director is also, he thinks he made like this, like,
oh yeah, true,
highbrow, like,
he's so full
of shit. You have to be a thinking man. It's like, it's almost like Rick and Morty. It's almost like Rick and Morty fans who are like, you just don't get it because your IQ isn't above 130. And, you really have to be into science to understand these jokes. You need me to explain it to you, bro? Like,
right.
They think it's so highbrow. It's like the smartest movie ever made.
Especially when, what the hell else did that guy direct? I know he directed some hot garbage movies. Like he has no credit to be.
Well, I think he directed like the Hangover movies or something.
Yes. Yeah. Road Trip, which I love. I do love these movies, but come on. You directed Road Trip, Old School, Starsky and Hutch, and the Hangover movies.
And, Joaquin Phoenix did, like, of course, it's a great performance. He's a great actor. And he, it was a great performance, obviously. Mm-hmm. But also the clown prince of crime, he's supposed to also be like a mastermind of crime.
Right.
It kind of made him just a psychopath, like a typical maniac.
I don't see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker leading an army of people.
Right, because he's also a manipulator. Like, he manipulates all these other supervillains to, like, team up and work for him.
Right, and I don't get that from Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Yeah. It's almost a great movie, though, because it does have a pretty awesome soundtrack, pretty awesome, like, cinematography, plenty of cool tracking shots and everything.
Yeah.
I just really hated the, like, it's so turbo, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the line when he's like, what do you get when you cross a mentally ill patient that has been outcast by society? Because our modern, first world United States doesn't care about people with mental illness. Like, it's like everything was over explained, where it's like, give me more subtlety about the higher points that you're trying to make. And which is odd because I agree with all of those, like, progressive viewpoints, but it's like, I just don't need to be beaten over the head with it.
Well, like you said, it's the way it was presented. It's the messaging and everything could have been done well, but it's just the director assuming everyone in the audience is an idiot, so everything just gets over explained. And then you watch interviews with the director and he's talking about what a highbrow art house film I've made. It's so deep.
You just don't get it.
And it's like, dude, it's not deep. It's about as I don't know. It just lacks all subtlety. It lacks all subtlety.
Yeah, and that it completely took me out of it.
Yep.
Uh,
Did not like that movie.
when I was watching that movie, but yeah, that's our hot take. That's probably one of our hottest takes.
True. Although
About
I
a
did
lot
see
of modern movies.
I did see quite a few people in here saying that they also think that Joker wasn't very good. So
It's true.
I mean, it's okay. And it's fine if you like it too. You like what you like. But
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
we we infamously back in the day gave Suicide Squad a pretty glowing review.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, but that was a different time.
That was 6. That was 6 years ago.
But and like think about back then, like superheroes were so hype. Everything about superheroes and comic book movies was so hype.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Anyways, though, final spoiler-free thoughts on the Batman, Justin?
I would definitely support it because I want a sequel. So if you're on the fence, I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely. I mean, yeah. I mean, I got to keep it spoiler free. I got to remember that. So yeah, just definitely check it out. I recommend it. If you're a Batman fan or, maybe superhero fan in general. I mean, there's no cringy dad humor. So if that's what you go to for your superhero movies, probably not for you. It's not a rainbow sunshine sort of movie.
Right.
It is your dark, gloomy, gothic Batman film, detective film. There's a lot of slow moving detective scenes solving the crime and
not a lot of boom booms. So if you want to see explosions and Batman, flying around punching criminals, probably not the movie that you're looking for. But if you're into a semi-slow burn, dark, gritty comic book film, detective story with Batman in it, then yeah, this movie's going to be right up your alley. I'm ready to go see it again. I want to, it's coming out on HBO Max April 18th. But I think I'm going to go see it in theaters again before then because that's still a while away. But definitely a movie to watch in theaters. If you can see it in IMAX, I'd probably go see it in IMAX.
Gerald, I still haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home. Which movie do I go see first? I mean, they're total polar opposite. I don't even know if I can make that judgment.
Right. You can't even compare the two other than their superhero movies, but they're polar opposites. One fun, bright, colorful, rainbow, good times, sunshine, happy-go-lucky movie.
That's like your Google Globby explosion, villains and webs, action.
Still worth
spectacle.
Seeing, but for entirely different reasons.
Yeah, I would pick up Spider-Man. This will be like the first Marvel movie that I pick up on 4K since like Endgame.
Wow.
So it's been years. I definitely want to watch Spider-Man again. Definitely pick up the Batman when it comes out. I hope the Batman gets a sequel. There's a little teeny tiny little breadcrumb near the end. There's a little breadcrumb. So
there's a little something that I would want to really discuss because I feel like but no after credit scene though. So nothing like that. But yeah, so Batman was good. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Watch it in theaters because it's definitely worth it to hear the thumping audio. Great sound design.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts. And just like that, we are done with the Batman.
And that's probably pretty much all we've got on this stream.
Yeah, because we were done with all our Black Series chatter, so I suppose that'll be it for today.
For this day's stream here. But yeah, it was nice to talk a little bit about the Batman with everyone. Thanks for everyone who stayed with us through this. We I think we did a pretty good job keeping it spoiler free, so check it out. yeah, I'm ready for a sequel. I want more.
Yeah, I definitely do, and I think we will get more. I think
Yeah.
we'll get more.
I definitely think so. I mean, they've already announced there's going to be a Penguin series with Colin Farrell as Penguin. So
Maybe go out and get yourself maybe support some McFarlane.
yeah, get yourself a Pat Bat. I want to find that dang Penguin figure now.
Yeah, that's funny. It was I just saw the ship. Well, I didn't just see it, but I did see the shipper with the penguin. But it was before you saw it, so it was before
Right.
you made that decision.
Right.
Maybe if you're feeling a little extra frisky.
Yeah, the Riddler figure's sweet.
Cool
Riddler.
figure.
Yep. Love the saran wrap on the head.
Yeah.
The translucent plastic that they did on the figure.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this week. We appreciate all the channel support that we got today. Certainly appreciate that. Anyone who was a new subscriber, anything like that, we appreciate you stopping by. As far as this week goes, I should have a Baze Malbus review up this week. Of course, we got Figure It Out coming for you, like we do every single week. Justin, do you have any videos in the pipe?
I was going. See, this was my plan because I didn't know I'd be waiting so long to get my Hasbro Pulse shipment. I was gonna do my next Black Series update because I now have enough to make that video. But since Hasbro Pulse is taking so long, I have to wait for that package, then shoot the B-roll, then shoot the video. But that'll definitely be my next like solo video. But obviously, like you said, we'll have Figured Out and the streams as usual. Little Baze review. I know, we're kind of spreading things out review-wise because there's just not a lot.
There really isn't.
Out.
So it's like, you got to make them count, You got to make these Black Series reviews count. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. Don't forget to hit like on your way out too if you haven't.
For sure.
Subscribe if you haven't. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. We've got other social medias that we post on from time to time. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. Next week, we don't have a guest lined up just yet. We might get another guest on.
Yeah. We kind of like blew it all right then and there, like because we went 2 whole months with a guest every week.
Right.
Because we had Red Wagon Dioramas, Action Display, Victoria's Cantina. After Action Display, we had Big Fury. We had Dude on again. We had Zach on again. We had Lukeness Monster on again.
Can't Kill Chewy came on.
Can't Kill Chewy. That's right.
Yeah.
So like, a lot of our new guests, we hit them up and we got that in succession. So we made it like 2 months into the year.
Right. Chat before you leave. Drop us a suggestion. Who's a Black Series content creator, someone that does Star Wars stuff? Who do you want to see come on the stream?
Unless we don't like them.
Yeah, unless we're not cool with them, then that's not going to happen. But give us some suggestions as to some other creators or people you want to see. Obviously, that do Star Wars focused, Star Wars action figure focused content. Who would you like to see?
Yeah, I'd love to get the Foosh.
Yeah, we would love to get the Foosh. But, we're still a little small time.
Well, yeah. I have made the attempt, but he didn't read the DM. So,
yeah.
Whatever.
He's a busy guy. He's got a lot going on. So, yeah, maybe we'll get CKC on for a second time or something like that. So, just rifle off whoever you want to see. And, maybe we'll make it happen.
Yeah, Fly Guy, that's actually great.
Yeah. But Australian.
Fly Guy all the time. But yeah, true.
So we'd have to change the stream time.
Yeah.
And we want to get Usual Mike on as well. We definitely want to have Usual Mike on the show, but it's just Australian versus our time. Like we would have to stream later in the day to get an Australian guest on. So everyone would have to show up later in the day.
Yeah, we have had Papa Gord on before. I wouldn't be opposed for repeat guests either.
Yeah, a little Papa Gord action.
Yeah, I'd love to get Robo on 1313 crew repeat guest. I'd be down for that.
Yep.
Just ordered the Masked Batman. Nice. Yeah, Fly Guy would be sick.
Yeah, Mark was saying Nerdzoic has Penguin. I just don't want to pay shipping on Penguin. I want to get that nice $19.99.
You'll find it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
you'll
I will.
find it.
I know I will. I'm not sweating it. But yeah, so
yeah, Toy Galaxy, that's a good one. I haven't thought of him either.
yeah, true. Well, because he doesn't really do action figure content anymore, so it's
True, but I'd still love to get him on.
right, of course. Yeah, Vader says Patrick. If only there was a way to contact him.
Yeah, unironically, I would love to. Unironically, I would love to talk to Eric and Patrick and whoever.
Yeah,
Emily. Yeah.
right. I totally would. I would 100%.
Hasbro.
Yeah. Come on. But yeah, so that's all we've got for you this week. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us again. And of course, we'll see you next Sunday, same time, same place, 1 p.m. Central Time. Check out all of the videos we got coming out this week. Again, base Malbus review, figure it out, lots of stuff going on. So yeah, I think that's all we've got for you. Thanks for watching, and make some good choices, drink some water, go see the Batman in theaters.
Yep.
Let's get that sequel going. I want to see more Robert Pattinson Batman. So take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and maybe go out on the hunt and get some McFarlane Batman toys after you see the movie.
Smash like for Zuckus. I'm wearing it again.
And the classic Anakin tee.
Smash like
For the shirts.
You'll see some new drip on Figure It Out on Friday. You'll see some new drip.
Oh yeah, Justin with his Star Wars shirt drip.
Yep.
So, but yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you next time. Take it easy.
Later, guys.